message.
With all those games, we gotta refuel. Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Hi, Sacramento. It's the No Surprise guys at Bell Brothers Plumbing. Need a water heater or plumbing repair? Call Bell Brothers. Clogged drain? We'll clear it for $67. Plus a free camera inspection, a $250 value. We're fast, on time, and the price we quote is the price you pay. No surprises. Plus, we'll check your plumbing for free. Call Bell Brothers or book at thenosurpriseguys.com.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake.
All right, let's get this thing started. Drapes in, Jay and Kevin Whitey Gleason off this week. He'll be back on Monday, but we are still here. Day 2 of the Drapes and Jay show here. And I'm already looking at my man, Jay. He got the big smile on his face. He's ready for 4 hours. We got a jam-packed show coming up. 2:30, we got our guy Lincoln Kennedy coming up. The 3-time Pro Bowler tackle will join us. We'll
College
talk
Football
about
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. Also,
I gotta tell that story one day.
Oh, I got it. One day or not today?
Today?
Maybe today, right?
Yeah. He got announced the Hall of Famer. We were doing a show together, me and one of your Philadelphia guys, Anthony Gargano.
Oh, yeah.
The legend. We were messing with him.
Okay. May have to talk about that. That's coming up at 2:30. We got Carl Reed, head coach of Grant High School football, coming up at about 3 o'clock as they get ready to take on Folsom High in a nationally televised game on Saturday. And also at 4 o'clock, Mayor Kevin McCarty. That's right. We got to talk about Sac Republic's new stadium, the growth of Sacramento's new stadiums being built and proposed here in Sacramento. So we got a jam-packed show. But before we get to sports, and before we get to my Zach LaVine hot take, I was driving in, Jay. I got my car washed today. Shout out to Folsom Glen Car Wash in Folsom. It's looking all nice.
The Mercedes, man.
Yeah, you know it. It's looking all nice. I'm stunting out there. I got the music playing. I'm feeling good.
What kind of tunes?
Today I have my pregame music.
Pesci mode or something?
No. Today I have my pregame music. So I was playing a little, Mask Off by Future and, something that kind of vibe. So it was hip hop vibe. But I didn't pack my lunch today. So I'm like, all right, let me get some lunch. And I know people listening, they're going to be like, Drapes, that's not healthy. But damn it, I was hungry. I was hungry today. So I got some chicken tenders and some fried rice, right? Well, damn it. Eating in the car is not my greatest attribute, my greatest skill. Spilled the rice in the car, Jay.
Dang.
I just got the car washed 2 hours ago.
Dipped.
And it got me thinking, though, because it happened right here in the parking lot.
Dog, step outside and come in and
I like to be zen with it, man. I like to decompress in my car.
Man, we got 68 different studios and rooms in here. Nobody even visits.
Dog, I just wanted to I could have done that, but I like to just, sit in the car. spilled the rice. And it got me thinking. And I know our boss, Val, is listening. Jose, wherever he at, he probably listening too. You know what we need here? You know what would be great here at Sacktown Sports 1140? What would be great here at Bonneville Radio? Not just us, all the stations. What if the company, just one day, said, you know what? We got a mobile detailing group out here. Today, we taking care of all y'all. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
I'm not going to peel back the curtain because your other job does something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So are you trying to bring what your other job does over here? Do you take,
I don't take advantage
of that. Okay.
Yeah, because.
But you still got to pay over there too, though.
Yeah. And I park underneath, like the
whole
parking.
Yeah,
it's a whole different thing. But seriously, I was thinking, I need my car detailed.
Okay.
I'm here for 4 hours. Maybe I should call somebody. My man Preston, he got a detailing shop. Have him come out here and do that. Then I was thinking, damn it, why don't Bonneville do that? Like, I need to be on, what is it, the employee task force or whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? They want to bring in cake and ice cream. And give me something I could really use.
Tangible.
Yeah, I need something I can. Jay, would you sign up for that?
Absolutely. And I'm a car guy.
You a car
guy.
So
I'd probably come in early those days.
Right. And it ain't got to be the full 4-hour detail.
Right.
You probably have like 4 or 5 cars coming through.
I'm at least bringing 3 in.
But give me the express detail.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hour or 2 or whatever it is.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
And they could do a couple of cars at a time.
Very true.
If you got enough staff.
You know who has a connection with that? Family who has a company who has been up here and detailed the likes of a Doug Christie car and people like that I know of is Chris Verlade.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Verlade's family is into that, has that service.
Really?
Yeah, and they've been up here to the studio once or twice or maybe a handful of times.
Well, we got to set
we
that
gotta bring it up.
Like,
if the APD Chris Verlade is listening, he'll shoot me a text. Because if he's normally listening, if he's hears something, he'll shoot me a text. But maybe we can set that up.
Yeah. And you know what? And I know Verlade's on the morning show. I know he works with Jason Ross and Carmichael Dave. And then you got Alan Stiles and Kyle Ledbetter. But forget them. Maybe we need a Drive Guys car detailing. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Whitey get ours laced up. Because that rice is sitting in the car right now, big fella. It's sitting in the car.
Shrimp fried?
Nah, it's just a regular fried. Just regular fried.
No protein?
No protein.
Okay.
No protein. But so after the show today, I'm going to go
gotta go vacuum it.
Quick lube vacuum or whatever.
Well, quick quack.
Quick quack right around the corner there. Over there. So I'm going to go up there, man. Somebody said T-Ball. LOL, car going to be smelling like Panda Express now.
Straight up.
100%.
You ain't lying.
100%. So I need to, if we got any car detailers out there, you want to slide by, you know what I mean? I'd pay, but like the rice is sitting in, and it's cooking too, Jay.
Yeah.
It's cooking.
It's nice,
it's like
about 87 out here today, 85. So
it's cooking, man.
It's going to be crunchy by the time you get to it.
So yeah, that's how my day is going today, man. I'm excited for today's show. You know, I've been listening all day. Sacktown Sports 1140. I've been looking at social media and everybody and their mom coming up with trade options and fake trades and everything like that. And I constantly hear DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine being mentioned. And I'm tired of it, Jay.
All day today?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep it 1,000, man. I didn't. Because
you ain't listening to that?
Nah. Because I would have probably
Right. But that's it frustrates me, man. And I started this yesterday at the negativity in this town from certain Kings fans. And I ain't calling out all Kings fans because I know some who support the team, enjoy the games, have a great time. But then you got some other people, man. They're trying to trade my boy Zach LaVine. Now, Jay, when you do the research on Zach LaVine and you look at his season last year, this past season, he had a hell of a season.
Yeah.
23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the field, 44% from 3, 82.5% from the free throw line. He played in 32 games in Sacramento. But for some reason, there's a segment of the fan base that's ready to get rid of him already. Jay, and we're going to dive into this all throughout the afternoon. Zach LaVine is one of the better Kings players we've seen in the last 18, 19, 20 years since we last made the playoffs. And we're going to go through the list. But I was thinking, is Zach LaVine a top 5 talent in Sacramento over the last 20 years? And we could go through it. I'm going to say yes, big fella. I'm going to say, and so why, Kings fans, are we ready to run off one of our best players that only been here 32 games? And I don't want to hear, well, Drapes, he makes $49 million or $47 million. So what? Look at the numbers. The dude puts up numbers, but for some reason, people are trying to run him out of town. And I'll tell you what, Kings fans, I'm going to be honest with this one. That's a loser's mentality we got right now. That's a loser's mentality right there. It's like we don't recognize talent. Now, I'm not saying Zach LaVine is a number 1 on a championship team or anything like that. But historically, go through Zach's career and tell me when he's played with a bona fide number 1. And Drapes, well, he make $47. Throw the contract out. That ain't your money. Why you counting in your pockets?
Man,
that's not your money. I'm looking at, as a matter of fact, the fact that he could score 24 to 25 points per game in today's NBA, that's about a $40 to $50 million player, if we being real. And so there's this segment of the fan base that's ready to hit the eject button on flight number 8. Get me off board. And I'm saying to myself, damn, dude's only been here 32 games. And mind you, those 32 games were without a bona fide starting point guard, which they got now in Dennis Schroeder. Mind you, those 32 games, Domas was in and out of the lineup. Mind you, those 32 games, Zach was dealing with some personal stuff with the family. And you know what Zach LaVine did in those 32 games? I gave you the full season splits. I'm going to give you the Sacramento splits right now. Zach LaVine averaged 22.4 points, shot 44.6% from 3, averaged close to 4 assists, 3.8, and 3.5 rebounds. All while not playing with a point guard. All while the coaching staff was in a little bit of disarray. The front office was in disarray. And we already looking to trade Zach LaVine. I started off the conversation by saying, is Zach LaVine the top 5 Kings talent since they last made the playoffs, the 05-06 season? So starting from 06-07 on, is Zach LaVine a top 5 talent? Now, you may have a different opinion, Jay. You may have a different opinion, listeners, people at work listening right now. But my thing is, if he's a top 5 to top 10 talent in Sacramento, why the hell are we looking to ship him out of town after 32 games? It don't make sense to me, Jay. Because here's the problem with the NBA world right now. Everybody and their mom think they know how to build a champion. You know, we got so many closet GMs and basement GMs. Well, a way to build a champion is this. And as we've seen, there are different ways there's not just one way. Let's go back. Trading Zach LaVine would be akin to trading a Jaylen Brown early in his career. And I see the text coming in, and you guys can weigh in on this if you want to debate or argue with me. 916-339-1140. Is Zach LaVine a top 5 Sacramento Kings talent since 06? So we're talking basically the last, 19 seasons or whatever it is. And I believe so, Jay, and I know you did your research on this.
Yeah, that's why I texted you earlier.
And we've had a number of guys come through Sacramento and put up numbers and played well. The Rudy Gays of the world. The Meta World Pieces of the world. We've had guys come. IT, The pizza guy, Isaiah Thomas,
Yeah.
averaging 20 a game. But the thing about it, Jay, not only can Zach LaVine score the ball, he does it efficiently. As a guard, he shot better than 50% from the field. In my opinion, I think Zach's part of the solution, not part of the problem. And we're going to get into, top 5 Kings talents coming up here in a second. But outside of a couple of big names, I might take Zach over a lot of guys, Jay.
That's interesting because I wanted to make sure I had specifically got the season in which you were starting from.
See how I did that.
So you started in 06 and 07. And in going back, I had to triple check to see how long guys like Kevin Martin were here. Guys like Brad Miller stood around. Like you said, Meta, that was the tail end of Mike Bibby's run. Great conversation to be had. There's a few names that I want to see where's your mind and where you going with the ranking of Zach LaVine.
I did it. Do I give it away now? That's the question. Do I give it away now? Because there's some obvious guys, and I'm talking just talent in a Sacramento Kings uniform. I'm not talking about Vince Carter in his prime or anything like that. I'm talking in a Sacramento Kings uniform. In my opinion, Zach LaVine is a top 5 talent. And I would throw DeMar DeRozan in the mix also. Top 6, 7, 8 talent. But yet, for some reason, a segment of the fan base wants to get rid of these guys. Now, there's some obvious talents that we've had come through the door here in Sacramento. The De'Aaron Foxes, the DeMarcus Cousins. Those are obvious ones, right?
Sure, yeah. Easy,
those are
easy work.
Domantas Sabonis, is that obvious too?
I think he's in the conversation.
He's in the conversation.
Yep.
After that, Rudy Gay?
I don't think he's in the conversation.
I don't think he's in the conversation. Marcus Thornton, who had a 20-point game. You know what I mean?
He's not in the conversation. But I think you have to start to look at the Kevin Martin. You have to look at Brad Miller. You have to look at Mike Bibby's last couple of years here. That's where I'm kind of going. Like if we're going to have the conversation, the top 5, without going that deep into it, I think we probably will all agree that DeMarcus Cousins might be the best in the last 20 years.
Talent-wise.
For sure.
Yep.
Then I think most people would probably point the finger at De'Aaron.
Okay, and I'm not going to argue that.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue that.
So we got 2 figured out.
2 undoubted.
Of the 5.
Yes.
Okay. Now I think it's starting to have a conversation in the form of, what have you done in the Kings uniform? And we just went through this last summer for the most part with the top 40 situation, the top 40 voting, top 40 Kings of all time, celebrating the 40th year anniversary. But I'm a K Martin guy. When I look at what Zach has done, which is super, super short and 32, I'm now removing that, which is what I said is one of the aspects I think some people will grade on. But I'm just looking at pure talent because I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now.
Talent-wise, is he a top 5 talent who was put on a Kings uniform at the time they've been a King?
Yeah.
Because I would say, well, Vince Carter, but obviously he was 40 years old. I don't know, man. I think he's right there. He's definitely right there. He's within conversation. And it's interesting. I'm gonna hold off my top 5.
Okay.
Because I want to hear where you're going from and the qualifications and aspects, and I want to hear a couple of, some of our listeners, but I'm not going to sit up here and live. We're talking about talent-wise. Yeah, he's definitely a top 5 guy, just on the surface. It's one of those things where we say, oh, man, he's a top 10 quarterback, and then we stop and say, okay, wait a minute, let's count him out here.
Right.
Like on the surface, Zach LaVine's a top 5 guy.
I did the research, Jay. I went through it. I went through year by year from the 06-07 season until now.
I kind of did too.
You did too.
Yes, sir.
And it's not about the thing about it. Guys have scored 20 points per game. And no offense to Isaiah Thomas, our guy, or Marcus Thornton.
Yep.
But we're talking talent. Zach LaVine's in there. To me, he's top 5. Here's my top 5, and you can weigh in on this. 916-339-1140. 916-339-1140. In reverse order, number 5, Kevin Martin.
Kmart.
I got Kmart. And give Kmart some love because he did it for a nice stretch.
Yeah, he did.
You know, it wasn't like 1 year or two. Like, that dude balled out 20 plus several seasons in a row.
About 4. I went
4.
back and
You went
looked.
there?
Yeah,
Right,
so
4 in a row.
from 06 to when he was traded, 3.5. Yeah, he did his thing. No doubt.
Kevin Martin.
Yeah.
He was a bona fide bucket.
Absolutely.
He was,
which is, I think, what we call Zach LaVine.
Yes. Yes. Now, let me ask you this, though, about Kmart, because I wasn't around.
Yep.
Was he a fan favorite?
Yeah.
Or did people want to ship him out of town?
No.
Okay.
People loved him until it started to kind of get murky. And then, one thing about Kmart, he wasn't very vocal.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reminds me of a Zach LaVine, or Zach LaVine reminds me of Kmart. They're quiet, but they have a little edge to them. And they're assassins, especially with the ball in their hand. They go get it.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't a rah-rah guy. Like Kevin Martin wasn't the type of dude that was going to be in your face. He wasn't heading to the podium and it was about me and over there. Like, no, he wasn't that type of guy. But he definitely was a fan favorite. And even when he, went to Houston and moved on, it wasn't like it was love lost. Because by that time, I think Kings fans understood, like, it's a reset that needs to happen.
Right.
And he was, for me, he was the most talented on the team. You had to do what you had to do.
Mm-hmm. But at the time, people liked him. They were a fan favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. People like Kmart.
Okay.
He wasn't hated. There's very few Kings that who were disliked when they were here.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Very few.
Number 4, we talking just talent. At the time they are in Sacramento, where their talent level is. And this was tough because I could go 4 or 3 right here.
Okay.
Flip-flop these two guys. I'm going to say Zach at number 4.
Okay. Zach at number 4.
I'm going to say Zach at number 4.
You got Bibby at 3?
I don't have Bibby in my top 5, big fella, because Bibby was on the tail end of his time in Sacramento.
Yeah, but he still was getting it in, though.
Yeah, that's tough. And Mike's my guy. Mike is my guy.
Yeah, well.
But in terms of
the song, I ain't gonna be your guy.
He gonna be your guy anymore. I'm gonna shoot him a text, and he gonna be like, "Nah, man, I can't come on the show no more."
Oh man, but here's the thing, and I'm not talking about Mike Bibby in 02 and 03. I'm talking 06, 07, and he was still good. But Zach, talent-wise, is a borderline all-star. I know it's tough in the Western Conference. But this dude averaging 24 points per game. So I got him at number 4.
Okay.
Number 3, I got to give Domantas Sabonis his love. All-NBA performer, Jay. All-star, double-double machine. I mean, his talent is different than Zach's, but he's a dude. He is. You got to give him some love. And I'll address this. Ward, we're talking 20 years. I'm talking, yes, since their last playoff run in 05, 06, anything after that. So how many years is that? 18, 19 years or whatever it is. Since then, Zach LaVine to me is top 5. I got him at number 4, Domas at 3. I got De'Aaron at number 2 and Big Cuz at number 1. That's my top 5 talents. And
I agree on 4. See,
you got Mike in there.
I got Domas, I got Kmart, and of course I got De'Aaron, and I've got DMC. Yeah.
And then Mike Bibby. So you don't have Zach in
the 5th one is close, man. Come on, Jay. The 5th one close, man. Because there are a few names, like when I'm sitting here looking at it. Brad Miller was solid for 3 years, man. For the Kings.
I'm talking talent, though, big fella. Now, Brad, solid is one thing.
I'm
talking about.
What has Zach done that Brad has not done besides put up more points? They've touched the All-Star game.
Brad's been nice.
Come on now.
Jay,
they both.
It's different levels.
It is.
No offense, Brad's my guy.
No doubt.
Brad is my guy. I know.
When we get off the song, I ain't gonna be your guy.
That's two guys. There you telling me. Are you saying Brad Miller? Now, mind you, he only played 2.5 seasons from the point we're talking about.
I'm rounding up. Yeah.
12 points. I mean, I'm rounding up for you. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds. Come on, man. We're talking 24 points, man. We talking top of the list when it comes to the scouting report. No offense to Brad, but Brad ain't number one on the scouting report. Zach LaVine is, Jay.
I don't know. That's why I said I truly don't know yet. When you looked at the team last year as far as roster-wise and the last 32 games, and, of course, Zach missed some games, it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall or speak to other coaches who came in here. I would argue to say I think DeMar DeRozan probably was the person that was at the top of the list. And the top of the list can be 1, 2, 3, could be a play. I get it. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not naive enough to understand that. 1A, 1B. Yeah, wholeheartedly. I get that part. And to be honest, if I was another team, a visiting team, or a team that was welcoming the Kings to the arena last year at the end, I wouldn't really know what to scout for.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they knew what they were doing. As we've seen in examples by, many players say, man, we were just out there letting the ball roll when it was all said and done. Now, we ran plays, but even Jake LaRiva said, I didn't even know some of the plays. Right. Some things were getting called out, and I was just standing in the corner. So I understand what you're saying. It's tough, and I will say this. Going into this conversation, I like Zach. I'm a Zach guy. But I definitely have to keep it equal and try to look at it from what I think a lot of Kings fans will do. And that's why it's great. As 916-339-1140, I think it's going to be very interesting today to weave this through the show, because I think if we're just talking about pure talent, just talent, a basketball player, it's hard to do that and remove, dunk contest, and he was with the T-Wolves and the Bulls, and then you look at the way he came in last year. And then I truly believe Zach LaVine is one of those guys throughout the NBA, for whatever reason, he's painted the wrong way.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The NBA circles just don't favor Zach LaVine for whatever it is. It's kind of like Trae Young. Trae Young isn't favored throughout the league. There's guys like that. I think Cat has a bad reputation in certain instances. So, but if I'm just keeping it give him the basketball and go get it, then no doubt I would venture to say he's probably – him and De'Aaron's probably the top two. I mean, we just talking
I'm a Zach LaVine guy. 916-339-1140. Can we sneak in Joe real quick, Jay? Let's sneak in Joe. Joe, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening, man?
Hey, Drapes, I can't believe you hyping Zach LaVine like this. He's a one-dimensional scorer that played 34 games for the Kings, and you're talking about top 5 all-time talent or 20-year talent. You got to check yourself, brother.
Appreciate you, JoJo.
Check yourself, big time.
Is that what we do at Kings fans? Is that how we going to come at me today? Here's the problem. This is why I wanted to have this discussion, Kings fans. We're talking about we need to upgrade the talent. We're trying to build something. And damn, we got a segment of the population that want to get rid of arguably one of the top 5 talented players we've had here in Sacramento. Now, if this was year 4 of the Zach LaVine experiment or something like that, okay, I get you. But damn, 32 games, we already let's let it play out, Jay.
Drapes, I think what's going to happen today, and this is just my thoughts on it, and I think this text exemplifies this.
Okay.
916, shocking that all your lists and no mention of Jason Thompson. Listen. I'm trying to break it down to the minute discussion. Minute aspect of this discussion. I think if I'm hearing what you're saying correctly, it's remove what you've done for the Kings. Remove the fact that you're a fan favorite.
Right.
Remove the fact that Zach has only been here for 30 games.
Yeah.
I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if all we're talking about is just hooping,
that's what we're talking about.
But I don't think people are going to be able to separate that. And I think that's why it's going to be a tough combo for you, big time.
Well, I mean,
because Jason Thompson is fantastic.
He's a Sacramento royalty. He's the man.
But I keep it at 1,000. And Jason Thompson is a friend of this show.
Yeah.
He's a very proud dude. I think if you really sat down and talked to Jason Thompson say, man, Zach LaVine's a better baller than me.
Ward was like, Jason Thompson? What are we doing here?
But that's what I say.
Right.
That's what makes Kings fans great. Is what they accept. They ride for theirs. It's no holds barred. You're part of the family, and it ain't never not going to be that. And I think we as Kings fans have a hard time separating when to let people go, when to receive new people, when to just talk But needless to say, I think you're going to have a very difficult conversation.
I'm ready for that smoke,
and proving Zach LaVine is a top 5 guy.
I am ready for the smoke today. If you disagree or if you agree, hit us up 916-339-1140. It's the Drive Guys. Coming up next, we got Lincoln Kennedy, college football Hall of Famer, jumping on with Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Good for him. Remember the 209 Dave? What if you turn this into his bit into a bit and continue to pretend like you don't know? I don't hate that.
No, Kyle's going to narc on us.
Yeah, he will. Kyle's a narc.
What a narc.
You know how you know he's a narc?
How?
Those pants. Could that be our new promo, please, instead of Weird Media?
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's ocean waves and kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the Luxe Staples Insider Swear By, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Go on a culinary adventure at one of Europe's biggest food events coming to the Americas, Terra Madre. Discover more flavors to savor, more ideas to chew on, more voices shaping the future of food. Join chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower for tastings, pop-ups, food demos, and panels, all celebrating good, clean, and fair food for all. Terra Madre Americas, September 26th through 28th in Sacramento. Savor the journey. Visit TerraMadreUSA.com for more details. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
Bring the whole family to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. It's more than a game. It's an experience your kids will never forget. Enjoy exciting action on the field, delicious ballpark food, and fun activities for all ages. From meeting Dinger the mascot to running the bases every Sunday, there's something for everyone. Create lasting memories with your family this season. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local, but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, For the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief. Great conditions, a fun layout, and unbeatable value. Timber Creek and Sierra Pines are Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. With 27 holes, a spacious practice facility, and professional instruction, there's always a way to improve your game. Planning a tournament or corporate event, they offer customizable packages and award-winning catering to make your event effortless. Timber Creek is easy to find in Roseville, but hard to forget. Book your round today at timbercreekgc.com or call 916-774-3851.
It's Lexo, baby.
There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. Drapes and Jay, Kevin Whitey Gleason's off all week. If you're watching on YouTube, you should see Jay right now. Oh, my God. He must be talking to a family member or something. Dude, you were laughing, cracking up.
Like, oh, yeah, that's fam, man.
That's fam?
Yeah, of course, man. That's big bro.
All right, we're about to welcome in our next guest real quick. We're talking about Zach LaVine, and is he a top 5 talent in the last 18, 19 years here in Sacramento? My boy Marcus First-Co. The fan base can't bash LaVine and be ready to crash out over Kuminga in the same time.
Shout out Mark.
Yeah,
I know Mark be rocking with us.
Yeah, that's
family too.
Family, friend of the show. Shout out to him. We'll get back to that Zach LaVine conversation all throughout this afternoon because I know we got some people holding on right now, but it's my pleasure to welcome in a 3-time Pro Bowler, a first-team All-Pro, 11-year NFL vet, one of the greatest offensive tackles in the history of football, college football Hall of Famer, Lincoln Kennedy. What's up, big dog? Appreciate you jumping on.
Fellas? What's up? Oh, I appreciate you guys having me. How the hell are you in Sacktown? What's going on?
Nah, man, we good. But first of all, I got to get into the relationship between you and Jay because I ain't seen Jay laugh like that on the phone in years, man. Like, just how do you know Jay? What's that like? He say it's like fam out there.
It is like fam. Jay and I go so far back. We're as down as 4 flat tires on a hot day. So, it's one of those things where Jay will call me up and say, hey, Big Lick, I need to get you on the Talk Some Raider Talk or Talk Some Sports. And I'm like, oh, you already know. It's in the book. It's definite. Jay and I go that far back. It's been a good relationship, man, even from back to the beginning. That's how Jay and I, when I first got into sports talk radio with Fox Sports Radio, I crossed paths with Jay back in the day, and that was, damn, Jay, that's almost 20 years ago.
Man, dude, I'm getting old in these streets, bro. Wow. I'm getting old in these streets, man. You getting younger.
I'm ancient. No, I ain't getting any younger. I'm getting ancient. They're going to start using hieroglyphics to describe me, so it's all good.
That's all right, man. College Hall of Famer, baby.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, Link, let's get into football. I got to start with your Raiders first. We saw what happened this past weekend. Tough game against the Niners, losing 22-19. We only saw Geno a little bit. What do you make of Pete Carroll, this offense so far, Geno at the helm, and the outlook for the squad this year?
Well, unfortunately, the timing of this phone call, I have to use this phrase a lot, and it's TBD, to be determined. That's what's going to happen because there's still a lot of wait and see prospecting and what we can hope to have from this team. Look, this team is going to be led by the defense. There's no doubt about it. And special teams comes in a close second with the kickers and the punters they have and stuff like that, able to put points and generate turnover the field that way. But for the most part, this offense is still a work in progress. We start up front with the offensive line. Yeah, they got playmakers, but they got to find a way to get this offensive line to play together. And unfortunately, with the shortness of preseason and training camp, it's hard to build cohesiveness with try to protect the players. So that's been the issue, and that's going to continue to be the issue. But we saw a decent, strong outing last week against the 49ers. Won't expect to see the starters much this week coming against the Cardinals here in Arizona. But, it's anyone's guess. It's to be determined, how things are going to turn out with this offense and Chip Kelly calling plays.
Big Link, you've had an opportunity to be around the silver and black for a long time, as much as I've always wanted you to be around, the other team here in Northern California. But, man, you're a legend when it comes to the Raiders. Now that you've seen the different transitions and the different regimes come through, what's your take on Pete Carroll regime? You're really tight with the squad. What do you think Pete Carroll will infuse with the Raiders?
All I'm hoping to have the same amount of energy when I'm 73 that he has now. I'm in my 50s and I don't have the energy that he puts out there right now. But for what it's worth, it's been infectious. It's been contagious. A lot of the guys have bought in. The team has bought in. They're young, spry, energetic, running around. And, John Spytek and his staff, put this team together from parts all over, people that he was familiar with in Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, as well as players that he had crossed paths with, around the league in Cincinnati. So when I talk about this team, it's still brand new. You've got a collection of individuals that have to learn how to play together because this is a true team game. But what Pete Carroll has been able to do with his staff, he's brought in a positive attitude where every coach I ever played for said the same thing, and it's up to the guys whether or not they're going to believe it. But I do believe wholeheartedly the bulk of this team is bought in to what he wants, to do. So that's a great head start. Now we have to see how all these pieces translate into a team and translates into wins.
Lincoln Kennedy joining us here on the drive, guys. Ashton Genty, we saw him make his debut the other day, 7 carries, 33 yards. Everybody's still talking about the run, where he just bowled over the defender. I forget who it was.
So does he.
What do you make of the young fella out of Boise State, man? Is he that dude for you guys?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. The running back room right now is crowded.
Yeah.
Okay. With Ralph Mostert, they've got Zane White, and then they got Zamir White, and then they got Sincere McCormick.
Mm-hmm.
You mix in a little bit Dell and Lobby. It's crowded in that running back room. But I do believe Ashton Genty is the truth. I do believe that he's going to be good for the Raiders because he has a number of intangibles that work for him within the Chip Kelly offense. One of them is notably getting downhill, running between the tackles, but also being able to catch out of the backfield. But with that being said, here's the thing. I'll go back to the beginning, and Jay knows me more than ever. That's that offensive line. You're only as good as that offensive line of front. So they've got to find a way to put things together, open up holes for this young man. And also, let's be real. I think last year at Boise State, he carried the ball over 330 times. That's not happening in the NFL. So there was a time where he came out there after having a little bit of a stinger, a little bit of a scare for the audience. And he's going to have to understand this is the NFL. There are bigger, stronger players that are going to hit harder than the Mountain West. So you better be ready.
Joined by Big Link, Lincoln Kennedy. Big Link, man, I'm going to stay right there in the O-line because you helped me transition. Down here with the 49ers, Big Trent Williams, man, I don't think there's anybody better to ask than you. A lot of people around here for the last couple of years, they understand Trent's a Hall of Famer. They understand, he's one of the best in the league, if not the best. But some people have kind of quarreled about the fact that he's taken some time off. As somebody that's, played on the left side, protected guys like Rich Gannon for many moons and many years, what do you say to people who's kind of like, snarking at him that he's taking time off?
Back off. You got a future Hall of Famer, surefire Hall of Famer. Now, I told him when I saw him last week at the joint practices, the man has been the truth since he's been in your uniform, at least your uniform, and if not more. Back off. It's preseason. If quarterbacks can take it off, why can't offensive linemen?
Man, that's nice.
Yeah, and he's earned that too.
Oh, no doubt.
It ain't like he's 25, 26. I
No.
mean, come on now.
And it's not like he's a scrub.
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. When people ask me about quarterback play, do they need a preseason? I've said all along, a guy like Aaron Rodgers doesn't need preseason. What's he going to learn? You know, that somebody's been around for a long time, don't need preseason. Preseason has been so overrated. I think it's necessary, but it's overrated for veterans who know how to play. Trent Williams ain't going to change the game.
Link, yeah, and you're right about that. Word came out that the Niners, their final preseason game this week against the Packers, the starters won't play. So
ain't nobody playing.
Ain't nobody playing in that one. And so I think Brock Purdy and the guys, one game, one quarter, one drive, if you will.
Right.
And so
here's the thing I'll add on to that. The 49ers have had their fair share of injuries too, to notable players. So it's more of a protection issue than anything else. You want to go into the regular season as healthy as possible. And more importantly, you want to get those injured players, if they're going to make your final roster, you want to get them healthy. So you don't need to expose anyone else to any unnecessary danger or, circumstance. Just go out there, play football, get it over with, and then get ready for the regular season opener.
Lincoln Kennedy joined us. Link, what you think of the 49ers this season? What's their outlook?
Look, well, I mean, it's always been a consistent team, but the injury bug has bit them over the years. They've got to sort of change their mode of play, but they're still a good football team. I still think they're going to be competitive in that division, and I still think they can challenge in the NFC. It's just being overshadowed by teams like the Commanders and the Eagles and stuff like that in the NFC, but I still think they're one of the better teams in their division.
Link, as my guy Drapes, he's from Philadelphia, so he's an Eagle as much as that pains me, man. I'm talking to a Raider and an Eagle, but I'll push it back because both of y'all big bros. I've had the opportunity to have conversations with you on air and off the air and, hear your experiences and your time, getting to the Super Bowl and how hard it was to get back there and things like that. What's your take on somebody now, albeit the Chiefs are doing whatever they can, albeit someone trying to repeat these days in the common era of football like the Eagles, man? How difficult is it really? I mean, how difficult is it?
Well, it's tough to get there in the first place. It's damn near tough to go back.
Right.
I mean, you see the Chiefs. I mean, that's how they use the word dynasty around it. You saw what the Chiefs have been able to do in the last decade, right? They're always in the picture. And so, when people ask me about the future, the update or, predicting how things are going to go, I said, look, until somebody dethrones an AFC, until someone dethrones the Chiefs, they're the best team in the AFC, as much as it pains me to say. Same thing was said about the NFC and the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, they still got a good defense. They still got a good offense, and they got a quarterback who knows what the hell he's doing. So until someone takes them down, they're the defending champion sitting on the mountaintop, kicking people off with their toenails, if you know what I mean, until you make the climb. Until you take me down, I'm going to kick you down.
That's good stuff. Lincoln Kennedy joining us.
Man, he gonna want me to pull that, Link. Why you give him that type of artillery?
Hey, man.
Look, I'm just keeping it real. You know how I do it.
That's why I love Link, man. And I got tons of questions for you, Link, but I want to, talk about your division, man, the Raiders division. There are some, and I call them crazy because I'm going to keep it real with you, that said, oh, we got a chance to win 10 games. And I'm like, in that division, my guy Ramsey back there said it. How do you handicap the division AFC West? Where do the Raiders fit in on that?
Right at the bottom, looking up.
Love this guy, man. Love Link, man. Keeping it real.
No, here's the thing. Look, I'm not going to put the carriage in front of the horse. We can sit here and speculate about whatever we want. But the truth of the matter is, I just spoke on the Chiefs. The Chargers and the Broncos have got notable defenses, and the Broncos played surprisingly well last year. So unless you're expecting a quarterback to take sort of the sophomore slump, talking about the Broncos, then you still have three other teams you have to deal with. The Raiders have not had an answer for the Chiefs over the last decade. They beat them once, right, in the last 10 years, I think it is, or 10, 11 years. So, I mean, they haven't had an answer. That's not a rivalry. So if you look at the rivalries, even when they had the Broncos, or they had like 3 years of beating the Broncos, or maybe 4 years of beating the Broncos consistently, I said one day they're going to figure it out. Last year they figured it out. And the same thing goes for the Chargers going back and forth. So when I handicap the division, I always keep it real. The Raiders are at the bottom looking up. Now, your first point about the possibility of winning 10 games, when you look at the schedule and you think about this defense and this special teams, I can give a game or two to them winning on that side. I can give a game or two winning on that side. So with that being said, when I did my little schedule game, I think I was being very giving in my practicality. What I'm looking at, I was being very giving, saying I think they're going to win 9 games. Now it's very giving. With that being said, if you have a special teams game or a big defensive game, a turnover for a touchdown like the Raiders have had in the past, there's a chance that they can win 10 games. I'm not going to sit there and say they're a playoff now. I'm not that forward. This is a last place team last year. They only had 4 wins. So, let's not get too carried away.
Joined by Big Lincoln Kennedy, former college football Hall of Famer, former Raider, of course. You hear him every single place, when it comes to the Raiders. How good is Brock Bowers, Big Link?
Really good. He's the truth.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Jay. Look, the fact is that he's a big guy, and he's really he's a hard guard. And what I mean by that is that you can't put a linebacker on him; he'll torch a linebacker. You put a safety that's not big enough, he'll make it because he has such a tremendous catch radius.
Man,
he can make those catches over safeties. So then you have to double him, and because he runs routes like a receiver with a tight end frame, he's like that next generation of Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates. He's that next part. That's how good he is.
Lincoln Kennedy joining us. Link, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you a little bit about college football. And, I know you did work for Pac-12 Network. I did work with you and everything like that. You're, UW Husky.
Yes, sir.
I'm still pissed off, though, Link. Y'all shouldn't be playing in the Big Ten, big fella. Y'all shouldn't be playing in the Big Ten. How is a college football Hall of Famer like yourself dealing with that, coming to grips with that?
Still salty. I haven't came to grips with nothing. I'm still salty.
You ain't enjoying that Big Ten, man?
No. It's like you peeing on my leg and telling me it's raining. No, come on, don't give me that, Bo. I'm still salty. But what can we do? College football or college sports is starting to morph into a mini NFL. I mean, for the most part, think about it. We're headed to, because money is determining and dictating everything, we're heading to basically a college version of the AFC and the NFC to play for a national championship with an extended playoff. That's just the realism. That is what it is. So, you've got schools like my alma mater and Oregon getting in line with the Big Ten. No, it's not. It still rubs me wrong, and it's not right. But what can you do? You got to follow money.
Link, would you, staying in that cab big time, would you welcome a pushback? And I think I know the answer, but the Pac-12, Pac-10, they call themselves Pac-12, looks like they're bringing it back together, adding the Fresno States and the San Diego States and the Boise States. Would you welcome a move back to the Pac-12 for UW, or are you just, hey, look, the bigger the better. We're looking for national championships. Let's stay in the Big Ten.
Let's keep it real. It's never going to be like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's no slight on Fresno State, San Diego State, Texas Southern, whoever the hell they playing. It's no slight on them. But the glory of the Pac-10 and it exploded, when it expanded into Pac-12. When I played, we had everybody. We had the rivalries homegrown. I hated Oregon as much as Oregon hated us. I hated SC as much as SC hated us. Those are all the rivalries that were built in to having that conference the way it was. And, we played teams like San Diego State or Fresno State. I mean, those were out-of-conference games.
Right.
It's no slight on them, but it was never the Pac. The Pac was the Pac. And it will never be the same again since SC started and ruined it.
Lincoln Kennedy joining us. I want to stay with college football. You got Texas. Number one, Jay?
Number one, brother.
Arch Manning. How do you view this college football season? Is it wide open, would you say, this year? Because Texas, Ohio State, week 1, right? Week 0, right?
Yeah, well, everything's wide open because you still got to play the game, right, guys? So you still got to go out there and show your value, show your worth. But everything's wide open. But I will say this. Last year it was reported Ohio State spent over $28 million in NIL, and that was scattered a handful of players. it's reported this year Texas is spending over $75 million on NIL. And if you saw anything from the Women's College Softball Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, World Series, you saw Texas Tech with a pitcher that was making $1 million.
Man,
softball.
So this is the softball. This is where it's going. This is where money is going. So I've never put an emphasis on preseason polls. They are what they are. You still got to go out and play the game. But I'm a firm believer, the way things are going right now, you could put the best team that money can buy together if you have it to spend it.
Man. Last one for me, Big Link, before we let you go, man. You've been around football all your life, bro. You've had children play football. You've been around, coached. You've obviously been a broadcaster. You've been an analyst. You've done it all. You continue brand new show out there with Q, out there family as well. Man, what keeps you going? What's the love for football for Lincoln Kennedy still, man?
I appreciate the game and recognize it for what it truly is. I think it is the best team sport ever created. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of games that you have to have a team for, but you think about football, you got to have 11 people on the same page at all times. You know how hard that is? You know what I mean? Everybody's got to be able to do their job at an exemplary level and be on the same page. And you got to have a coach that can create a system that brings the best out of the athletes that you have. There are teams that have pieces and parts that might shine at times, but it's hard to play this team game and be successful. If you look at the current climate in the AFC, guys, and people want to sit there and dial it down to who's got who. Well, you want to talk about Buffalo, you want to talk about Baltimore, but all those teams knock off one another. Kansas City runs through the division, and they seem to have a first place schedule as they go on their way to playoffs. When it looks like the Bills are going to challenge them, but the Bills can't get past Baltimore. Baltimore can't beat Kansas City. Pittsburgh gets in the playoffs, and then everyone's kind of afraid of them, but they can't get to the next round. But they're always dangerous. So that's the thing, how it keeps buying back and forth. So every time we want to talk about someone new, we have to talk about someone who's established. Same thing goes to the NFC. Every year, no matter what, who's at the top of the news? The Cowboys. Every year. Good or bad, right?
Right.
America's team. But this is all the things that you have to fuse and put together. And when you have distractions like the Cowboys, people are saying, well, Raiders should make a play for Michael Parsons. I said, no way in hell. I don't want Michael Parsons. Great player, but no, he's too much of a distraction right now because he attracts the wrong negativity. All I'm trying to say, guys, is that when you talk about a team game, every aspect of that team comes into view. Mental, physical, preparedness, awareness, execution. All of these things come. And you have to have 11 people at the same time willing to do the same thing and for the same goal in order to win. That's a very difficult task.
Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler, College Football Hall of Fame, 11-year offensive lineman in the NFL, 8 of those years with the Raiders. We appreciate you, man. We got to have you back on during the season for sure.
It's all fun, man. I appreciate it. Jay, you guys be good. Appreciate it, man.
All right. That's our guy, Lincoln Kennedy, jumping on with the Drive guys. Still to come. We'll get back to our NBA conversation. Is Zach LaVine a top 5 talent with the Sacramento Kings over the last 18, 19 years? I say yes. You may disagree. Plus, coming up, Carl Reed, head coach of Grant High School football. They got a big game coming up against Folsom.
I ain't playing nobody.
It's going to be a matchup, big fella, 1 versus 2. More on the Drive guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140.
The Allen Styles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around it. Who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
There are a lot of HVAC companies out there. So how do you choose? Why do you hear for Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating? Our heater broke down during the winter. We needed a new HVAC system in the worst way. Somebody recommended leesair.com, and Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating was ready to come out the day we called. They treated us with a lot of respect. Even the person that answered the phone to the guys who installed our new HVAC unit, which has kept us very cool this summer. Why choose Lee's? They offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee for one thing. They get 4.8 stars on Google for another. So yeah, a lot of friends recommend them. They've won awards for their service, and they've spent more than 40 years serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. You can trust Lee's with installation and repair of your AC, furnace, and water heater, plus residential and commercial plumbing repair, commercial HVAC services too. Find out more at leesair.com. Check out their mission statement and check on their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me, treating us like family while setting us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In store, online, and on the app. In 23 while supplies last.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Fabrice.
Fabric Talk.
Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Fabrice Fabric Spray? Ooh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Fabrice. La 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 la.
JTV Jewelry Television knows you love to sparkle, so now's your time to shine like the star you are. Enter JTV's Shine Like a Star sweepstakes for your chance to win $5,000 in dazzling jewelry from top brands, including Rachel Zoe Jewelry and Judith Ripka Jewelry. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of $99 or more when you opt in for emails. Enter now at jtv.com/likeastar. And remember, if you love jewelry, you'll love JTV.
Save $10,500 off MSRP. Every Silverado half-ton 5.3 at Elk Grove Chevy. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the area. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MadeAChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. Excludes work truss and ZR2.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 49ers report. Brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. Jake Moody hit a walk-off game-winning 59-yard field goal on Saturday as the 49ers beat Las Vegas 22-19. Moody had 5 field goals on the afternoon. Brock Purdy played, and he was 5 of 7 for 66 yards in the opening series. 49ers played their final preseason game this Saturday. Listen right here at 5:30 p.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
I keep it on.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Keep it 100 grand. I keep it 100 grand. Keep it 100 grand. Keep it 100 grand. Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay hanging with you till 6 o'clock in just a couple of minutes. We'll get on Coach Carl Reed of Grant High School as they get ready for the big matchup to kick off the season on Saturday against Folsom High School on ESPN. That's right, nationally televised game. We'll get him on the show coming up here in a second. We started off the program today talking about the top 5 talents for the Sacramento Kings over the last 18, 19 seasons, and why I think Zach LaVine is a top 5 talent over the last 20 years or so for the Kings. I'll rerun down my list. At number 5, I had Kevin Martin. Number 4, I had Zach. Number 3, DeMontis Sabonis. Number 2, De'Aaron Fox. And number 1, DeMarcus Cousins. We're just talking talent. I'm not talking about longevity. I'm not talking about accomplishments in a Sacramento Kings uniform. I'm talking about if you were drafting the squad based on talent alone, you playing pickup at 9th and Q, in Sacramento, Zach LaVine would be one of the top 5 guys picked. And it frustrates me, and this is what got me thinking about it, because I'm hearing all these trade proposals about Zach LaVine, and I'm like, hold up. Dude played 32 games with us last season. Shot 51% from the field, 44.6 from 3, 82% from the free throw line, averaged 22, 23 points. And yet, some members of the fan base want to trade him? Why would you trade one of your best talents over the last 20 years? Now, if this was 4 or 5 years down the road and, Zach couldn't help lead us to the promised land, all right, you want to change, I get that. But 32 games, Sacramento, is that what we're doing? We're getting rid of talent after 32 games? I'm of the belief we haven't seen the best of Zach yet. First of all, he didn't have a point guard last year when he played with the Kings. Zach didn't have a point guard. Let's not forget that. De'Aaron Fox was traded. Malik was sort of filling in that role. But when you look at Zach's career, every team he's been on seems to have been flawed. We saw Chicago with the Bulls, him and DeMar and Vucevic. Nice little big three, but they didn't have a point guard. Lonzo Ball got hurt. Go back to Minnesota. Come on, man. Those Minnesota teams were young. They weren't ready to win anything. And so this narrative, I just don't get it, Kings fans. Why are we all quick to get rid of a top 5 talent over the last 20 years? I just don't understand it.
Dre, so I was sitting there listening to you, and one of the things that popped into my mind was if Zach jumps out this season, and let's just say 30 games.
Yep.
Talk about 30 games, 32 games he played here, 32 games. Let's just give him 32 games the next season.
Yep.
Let's say he does what he did last year, 20 some odd points, 50% from the field goal percentage, 40 plus, from the 3-point percentage. But let's just say the Kings are 500. Their record's 500.
Mm-hmm.
He will continuously be blamed. Will he not, from your opinion?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to see where you're going with this.
If he put up 18 points and 45% field goal percentage, and he shot 34%, but the team was winning, would he get the reservation? Would he get the love? Would he get the anointing of, maybe he's playing team ball, or maybe he's taking a step back? Or do you think he'd get that type of love, or do you still think it would be heaped upon somebody else? Because I ask you this, as I see Coach Reed jumping on here, I ask you this because most people point the finger at Zach LaVine as needs the ball. He needs the ball to score. He's a one-on-one guy. He's not a team player, doesn't play team defense, doesn't give effort. Just ponder real quick before we talk to Coach.
I hear what you're saying. Honestly, I think if that scenario came up where he's averaging 18 points, the shooting numbers
and donuts right now, man,
winning, I think people would say, we don't need Zach. Let's trade him to get somebody else in there. To me, Zach LaVine has become a whipping boy, and so is DeMar DeRozan here in Sacramento. We got one guy who's been here one season and another who's played here 32 games, but yet Kings fans, these are two of the better players we've had over the last 20 years, are ready to ship these guys out. We'll get back to that in a minute. But this next guest, he got a big game coming up. He got a big season coming up. He's trying to get his guys ready to hit the gridiron, ready to take down Folsom in a nationally televised game out at Grant High School. We got Coach Carl Reed of Grant High School joining us. What's up, Coach?
How you guys doing?
Baby?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Tell me what the boys are looking like, man. How y'all getting ready for Saturday's game?
We've been putting in the work, keeping the standard going. Obviously you got to prepare for top-tier teams, so it's going to take a lot of extra work, but the boys have been locked in. Yesterday we had a good first day of practice for the week, and just continuing on.
Coach, I see you moving and grooving through the hallways at Grant right now, brother, over there on Grand. It's the beginning of a new season. You guys had a storybook, so to say, season last year. Is there what's the feeling over there heading into game one? And I know I'm asking you a big picture question, but heading into game one and heading into this season, what's the feel like coming off the storybook last year?
I mean, big picture is this team's done nothing. Last year's team was the one that won state. This team's writing their own legacy. So, and this team obviously is benefiting from them, but also they're paying the price for the success. With the schedule being upped, with the schedule of Folsom, De La Salle, Central, Fresno, Lincoln, and San Diego, Clovis East. They're obviously paying for the success of the team, but we believed in them, so that's why we set the schedule that way. And they know right off top, the best two needed to play, and it obviously we were able to make it happen. So it's kind of like that what if, and now there is no what if. We got to play and we got to perform.
Coach Carl Reed here with us from Grant High School. My name is Ramsey. I'll be out at the game on Saturday with Folsom and Grant. We're familiar with your two receivers in Kobe Chief Shabazz and Zoe Edwards. You had a couple of people in place last season. You had Luke Alexander, quarterback. You had Brandon Lambert last year. 2 years ago, you had Wayshawn Parker. Introduce to us the running back and the quarterback that you have playing this season, starting against Folsom.
Okay, quarterback is Chiron Crump this year. He came in and played actually his freshman year when Luke Alexander got hurt in the state game his junior year. So he came in, did well. We were within a 2-point conversion of tying the game in and being in a competitive game there. So he's been in the program, ready to take over the helm, been putting in good work. I mean, he has the support of the locker room, support of the coaches. So, here's the keys. How are you going to take it? It's your car to drive right now. Running back wise right now, we have returning Tyson Griffin Jr. He played last year when Lambert got hurt in the state game, so he was kind of the one carrying the load as a true freshman. And then behind him, we have Thorne Watson and a couple of other running backs. So it's going to be by committee. It's going to be something new, some new kids in there. But the benefit they got is they got a veteran line in front of them. And, I mean, you couldn't ask for more when you have some big guys up front taking care of you.
Coach Carl Reed joining us. Coach, what does it mean? What kind of honor is it to have Grant High School in the national spotlight come Saturday against Folsom?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for our community, our school, our district, just giving an opportunity to be on the map and giving our kids that exposure. But I mean, it's a great opportunity. And, it's something we embraced and took. And when asked, it was something we didn't say no to. We were going to make it work. And I think it's just going to be a real big deal for our community.
Yeah, Coach, it's as much as it pains me, man. I'm a Burbank alumni, man. So, it's just, oh, goodness gracious, to show so much love and heap so love to Grant. But you guys have definitely fully, you deserve it. You have earned it. It's been as we like to say, it's been a factory over there for Grant. Man, speak to that as far as, taking over Coach Al and all the time that you've put into now currently as you guys push forward. What's the big goals here for Grant as we move forward?
I think we're moving the direction we're supposed to move. Big part of it was, adding co-head coach Sidquan Thompson to the staff. And just the staff we built, kind of creating the new standard of when you replace the greatest of all time, you want to take some things from him. So year one, we didn't win a game. So we had to really rebuild and rebuild the culture. And a lot of it started not only on the field, off the field, classroom wise. I mean, our GPA jumped from 2.9, which was the first year, to now we're at about a 3.3 team GPA.
That's what's up.
So it's kind of like the student athlete part and just the expectations and the bar. We live by the moniker win the day. And that means in the classroom, on the field, practice, rep, you're going to win the day. So that's kind of what we did. And, it went quick. I mean, I couldn't be happier where we're at, but I got to attribute a lot to the buy-in of the kids. But I mean, the coaching staff has been instrumental to this.
As you were saying earlier, Coach Reed, you spoke to the schedule that you have available. It's a very stacked, very talented non-league schedule. Again, we're talking the first game of the season, Saturday night again, ESPN against Folsom. You got Central East from Fresno next week. You got to go to Santa Rosa in a couple of weeks to play Cardinal Newman. Another Fresno team in Clovis East coming in mid-September. You always got the matchup against De La Salle late September. Then you travel out to San Diego on the 27th, end of September, for a rematch against a state championship team in Lincoln and San Diego that came out here last year that had Keely Smith Jr., I believe still has a Keely Smith Jr. quarterback. Just speak to how these non-league games are going to help structure, help get your team, help get these men ready, not just for league games, but for the potential playoff push, especially moving now from Division II to the Division I section this season.
I think the blueprint was written last year, just kind of picking De La Salle. The schedule we had last year was really locked and loaded, and I think we finished 500. Finished 500 in that run.
All right, having a little technical.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Coach.
You
got it, Coach?
Okay. No, I think the blueprint was written kind of last year to the schedule. We upped the schedule a lot just because, our league is not as strong up top. Obviously, West Park Destiny Christian, and then a lot of the teams are rebuilding in rebuilding mode. So we weren't going to get all the work we probably needed. So getting it in early just kind of weathered us, and we took losses, and we had to learn how to handle adversity. And I think that showed at the end of the year, just coming through the playoff run, we had to come from behind in the last 3 games. Mm-hmm. So I think they were weathered, and they were experienced and knew, those losses we didn't finish, we have to finish now. And I think that was a big part of it. I mean, in the section title of the game, we had to do a 98-yard drive to win the game. That same game, our kicker was having just the worst week ever. We had to stop kicking with him. He had a panic attack, and then the next week, St. Francis, he kicks the game winner. So they've learned to overcome adversity, and just kind of that's what built kind of that foundation.
Coach, I was going to ask you about that. I think you guys started off 3-3 last season and then won 9 in a row. With that being said, and you talked a little bit about that, how do you build on that, or is this a new season and you start fresh?
I think you take the experiences from that. I mean, seeing some similar teams, but it's also they knew coming in from spring ball to summer ball that this is waiting for you. This was not going to change. That schedule was set. I think we had a De La Salle kind of last minute just because of another team dropping, and we got the call. It was like, hey, do we want to do it? And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. So we're not gonna, so it's what it is. It's kind of like the table was set for them, and they knew early, like, it's going to take work, and you're going to go through 6 weeks of an absolute, probably one of the, if not the hardest schedule in Northern California. So I think it kind of led to that, and we kept telling them every week, it's coming, and Lord and behold, right now we're first day of school, and we're at Folsom week right now.
Joined by Coach Carl Reed of Grant. Coach, I definitely want to ask you a question as someone that grew up here in South Sacramento and in Sacramento about just all the different realignment, man. It feel like conferences change every single year, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about trying to stop Ryder Lyons this week. Arguably the best quarterback, prospect coming out of California, him or Mr. Smeagol down there in SoCal. How's your attack towards Ryder Lyons this week? How you looking to slow him down?
You're talking about, again, probably one of the top quarterbacks in the state, if not the country. It's slowing him down and figuring out how he makes some electric plays. I mean, I really have compared him to he's a Tim Tebow, who was one of the greatest high school quarterbacks college quarterbacks you've seen. He's a playmaker. He's exciting. It's our athletes having to slow him down and create a physical game of our brand of football. He's been in physical games and he's withstand them and he won. He's a winner. It's who makes the less mistakes and who allows and not allowing him to be great on the run as he is. I mean, he can run around, throw the ball deep, and get the ball off. It's really containing him and making things. Containing him and making things happen, making them uncomfortable. And sometimes you've got to be physical, and that's our brand of football, which is a physical brand of football.
Man, that phone blowing up. It's Folsom week, Coach.
I'm telling you, I wish I'd have gave my district phone number because this is horrible.
Coach Reed, again, I just want to ask you this as someone that understands what it be. I personally didn't attend Grant High School, but I'm from Del Paso Heights. I grew up in the Heights. Went to Martin Luther King Junior High School. Explain to those that may not know what it means to go to a Grant High School game, be from Del Paso Heights, and the pride that the Del Paso Heights community puts in to the G to being a Pacer.
Man, it's Grant High School football game experience. I mean, it's 99.9% of everybody's gonna tell you it's a great experience here with the drum line, the fans.
Coach, you're cutting out on me right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me.
All right, we're gonna have to re-effort Coach there as he tweaks his connection right there. You got us, Coach? Coach froze up. That's Coach Carl Reed of Grant High School.
Blowing up.
I know. Man. I mean, dude, I'm happy he took the time, man, to chat with us. He got a big game coming up on Saturday, 7:00 out at Grant High School on ESPN against Folsom High School as well. Coach, you there?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
No, you still sound like you in the washing machine right now, Coach, underwater or something like that. Coach, we're gonna have to let you go, Coach. We appreciate your time, no doubt about it. Go out and check out Grant High School against Folsom High School. Big game, big time matchup this Saturday at 7:00 on ESPN too. So if you can't make it out there, watch the game on TV as well. Ramsey, I know you're a big high school fanatic. How do you see this one going? What's the matchup you're looking for out here this Saturday between these two?
As Coach Reed explained it, it's Ryder Lyons and the talent that Folsom has, that people know. against athletes of Grant and the pride of having the game at Del Paso Heights.
Yeah.
And allowing not just those in Sacramento, but across the country to see what it's like to be from Del Paso Heights, what it's like to be a Pacer. As Coach Reed was going to elaborate to, it's not just a football game. You're gonna have the drum line. You're gonna have the entire community show up. The cheerleaders, fans, parents, alumni, they will all be on the Grant side. While you in contrast, the Folsom community shows up to Folsom football games as well, whether it be home games on their blue turf or upcoming Saturday, they're going to have to travel to Del Paso Heights and see what their team can do. Personally, in my opinion, it's not because I'm from.
Here we go.
Not because I'm from here. I personally like Grant in a close game because I feel that the athletes will overcome the talent. And on many occasions, that's what happens in high school football. In high school football games, the athletes overtake. Case in point, college, high school, the athletes overtake that extreme, supreme talent. I'm definitely not saying it's going to be a blowout. I feel Grant wins the game close.
Think it's a close game. What about new quarterback against Ryder, the system that's been there before, that kind of thing?
That's the question mark, and that was
ESPN.
Big time.
Big time.
I get all
little butterflies.
Could be, and that's why, as you heard me allude to earlier in the first question, I had to ask about Crump. I had to ask about Tyrone Griffin Jr., the running back, because as I explained before, last year they had an established quarterback, senior Luke Alexander. They've had running backs established for the past 2 years. Last year was Brandon Lambert. 2 years ago was Wayshawn Parker, who has now moved on to bigger and better things, playing college football himself. Now, as Coach Reed said, with Tyrone Griffin Jr. and others, it may be a running back by committee situation. And if they can plug and place and find that running back by committee situation, not just against Folsom, but for the rest of the season, they may potentially have the sustained success that they've had for the past 3-4 years.
I'll tell you one thing, man.
What?
That schedule is murderous, right? That thing
that he was saying, yeah,
that thing is vicious to play, and you know they tail end. I mean, at the tail end of the season, it's a wash. The Cordovas, the Antelopes, the West Parks, like that. I know Coach gave some love to Destiny Christian, man. They ain't waving no flags up on no Grant this year, but the one thing I have to say as much as possible is this is, and I was going to tell this to Coach, this is tremendous that this is happening here in Sacramento. Right. The fact that ESPN is sliding this way and getting a top 10 team in the state, which is Folsom, according to Max Preps and everybody else, and a top 25 team in the state when it comes to Grant. And so these are the things that Sacramento, we talk about Sac State, we're going to talk about the arenas and the stadiums. We got the mayor, Kevin McCarty, coming on in about 30 minutes to talk about those things. I'd be remiss if we didn't ask him about ESPN coming to Sacramento. That's huge. That's something that we should, as we wave our cowbells all the time, that's something that we should be waving our cowbell for as well. It's like, man, Grant, Folsom, as much as it pains me to say Grant, I got to give him love, because when you walk outside of Sacramento, I represent Grant, as much as it pains me to say Folsom, when you walk out, even though y'all don't claim us, we claim y'all.
I claim you, Jay. I claim you.
And like you were just
I kid.
And like you were just saying, not just ESPN, not just coming to Sacramento, coming to Del Paso Heights.
Yeah.
Being from Del Paso
That's
Heights.
True. That's very true.
We have never seen Del Paso Heights come to our hood, represent, potentially put some money out there, show representation. We haven't seen this till Saturday night, and myself and many others that are from Del Paso Heights are looking forward to it, because it gives a chance not just to showcase the top talent from Grant, it gives a chance to showcase the neighborhood in that part of Sacramento.
All right, we got much more coming up. We're going to get back to the Zach LaVine conversation. I see Alan and David hanging on. To me, Zach LaVine is a top 5 talent in Sacramento over the last 19 seasons. So why do some Kings fans want to trade him? We'll dive into that and a whole lot more. It's the Drive Guys with Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Allen Styles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around it. Who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
And we're back live during a flex alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a flex alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Drapes and Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Hey, Jay, what's that? The chopped and screwed version right there or something? What's that?
Nah, it's Big X, the plug.
Oh, that's Big X?
He remixed
He remixed it. I don't know that one.
Mm-hmm. Called Whip It.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Really?
I'm okay with Big X.
He cool.
Yeah, all right,
He's got a little flow to him.
My son Nick's like, nah, he country and all this. And
Yeah, he's from
everything.
Dallas.
Is he?
I'm from
I'm
Dallas.
gonna have to check that one out. Okay, that's okay. I heard that. I was like, is that Daz Band? But no, it's
not yet.
Big X redoing that.
Reflipped
thing.
it, as most of these young guns are doing, just remaking songs.
I know, right?
Taking the simple way out, but they making their money, so keep doing it.
I don't know, man, how I feel about that, big fella.
Drapes, don't be the OG that's hating on the youngsters, man.
You know what? And I understand rap, hip hop from its origins sampled a lot of other stuff.
Of course.
but it was mostly stuff like back in the day, you had to dig in the crates. We didn't have to sample popular things until P. Diddy and them came along. Back in the day, you had to dig in the crates and be like, yo, I found this in my mom and dad's basement. It wasn't a top 40 hit, but now they just straight taking songs.
Yeah. I know there's a difference between sampling and remaking the whole song.
Right.
Yeah, man. There's some of the top, R&B rap artists are just literally remaking a song and putting their lyrics to it, put a little something, a little bell, a little whistle or something in there to make sure that it's updated. And it's amazing. But these kids are listening to it. I find myself, you listening to Cube and Snoop and all of that. Those Snoop and Cube were definitely into, the funk side of things.
Yep.
So they remixed it. Snoop is definitely that type of guy. And I remember, Snoop coming out as a kid. My mom was like, man, that ain't nothing but the Gap Band.
Right.
That ain't nothing but the OJs, And now I find myself like, man, come on. Now that ain't nothing but something such. That ain't nothing but LL. All they did was just remake SWV.
Right.
Yeah, so I try not to sound like the OG, man.
Dude, like what's Glorilla's song? Where she sampled "Wipe Me Down."
Yeah.
I forget the name of it
Boozy
right now.
Boozy, I don't know the song.
Yeah. And I'm just like, come on, man. And so what I do with the kids, all right, y'all got that?
Gotta hear the original.
Now you gotta hear the original too.
Yeah, the original.
Original. Shout out to Coach Carl Reed for jumping on. Grant High School playing Folsom High School.
Dude, it killed, bro. As somebody who went to Burbank, they weren't our direct rival, but they were a secondary rival, no doubt about it. Especially in hoop.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be some battles.
That's what somebody on these text lines
really?
Said. On a side note, Burbank versus Grant basketball games were always unreal.
For sure.
No seats in the bleachers available, nowhere to stand. Some of the best memories in high school basketball. Nick said that.
Man, I don't know. I wonder if that's Coach Nick. But yeah, if it's not, if it's just another Nick, no doubt about it. Because there were times in my 4 years of high school and around it, before me. So like the 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 99, 2000, 01, 02, 03, like right around that time. I mean, we can definitely get into the Ben Griffins of the world too, but the Ray Harrises, the Stephons going against, Sweets and Dosty and Jamil Pugh of Grant, man. Oh yeah. Those are battles, real life battles right there. No doubt about it. And it just moved on,
I was just telling Ramsey, I won't be able to make. If I was around, I go to that game.
Yeah,
Folsom Grant.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be packed out.
Man, dude, I got like 5 events on Saturday.
Do you? What you got?
I got to figure out how to space and what to do and where to go and all that type of stuff.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm going to Soul Fest out at Thunder
Valley.
Yeah, my boy Jeffrey Osborne.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my.
I see you working.
That's my jam. That's
okay.
He's like one of my favorite oldies R&B singers.
Really?
Ever. Yeah, I love.
Okay.
Parents grew up with that on me. They put me on to that. You know what I mean? So your boy's sliding out to that on Saturday.
The toughest part was that game was originally scheduled for Friday night.
Was it
August 22nd?
Then ESPN.
Then ESPN got it. Yeah, and then they pushed it to Saturday. So I was like, oh, I'm all good. My daughter will be done. I'll shoot over to Grant, figure it out. Nah. But so now I'm like, I'm going to miss that.
You're going to miss it too. Damn. But it should be a great one. Of course, I'm sure you guys will talk about it next week as well. Our boy Ramsey will be out there on Saturday. So holler at him. Shout out to him as well. Our top story today, what we let off the show, was Zach LaVine. I'm driving in and I'm hearing all these trade rumors and, let's attach a first-round pick to Zach and send him elsewhere and everything like that. And it got me thinking, because we started talking about it yesterday, Zach LaVine, from a talent standpoint, in my opinion, is a top 5 talent since the Kings started missing the playoffs, 06, 07. When you look at the players that have come, we've had a number of great players. Kmart put up numbers. Our boy Mike Bibby, Metal World Peace, Ron Artest, Rudy Gay, Isaiah Thomas. But from a talent standpoint, Zach LaVine, when you look at the numbers, hell, I even throw in a couple-time All-Star as well. He's a top 5 talent. I got him ahead of Kevin Martin. I got him right there with Domas, a little behind Fox and DeMarcus Cousins. But yet, for some reason, people want to trade Zach LaVine after 32 games, and I just don't get it, Kings fans. This is one of our better players over the last 18 years, 19 seasons. But yet, people trying to get rid of him for a bag of chips. People are down on him. And I see on the text line from the 916, most of LaVine detractors have zero problem with him personally. We have a problem with the owner and previous GM for acquiring his albatross contract. We are competing for the bottom of the play-in with an old team. Most of us would rather get younger with more upside. DeMar and LaVine are Vivek's fantasy squad, and most fans want and deserve better. Would you rather be the Charlotte Hornets right now? Would you rather be this is the problem. Zach LaVine is a $100,000 player. He a $100,000 lottery ticket. And what I'm hearing from the 916 and the fan base is we want a chance to win $1 million. So let's trade this $100,000 we got in our pocket for a lottery ticket in hopes of winning $1 million. I guarantee, as my boy Charles Barkley would say, Jay, I guarantee whoever you draft in the NBA draft, we hope he's as good as Zach LaVine. Guaranteed. We hope he's as good as Zach. And in all honesty, the odds are stacked against you. The odds are against you that whoever you draft will be as good as Zach LaVine. But for some reason, our bird in the hand isn't worth more than something in the bush. Two in the bush. Fluttering around. You know, you've been around bushes. You hear something in there. You're like,
it's normally a lizard or something up in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You go and check it out. It's just a lizard. Ain't no pot of gold up in the bush. And so I get, and so what frustrates me about that, and we're going to get to the phone lines, Alan and David hanging on, and you can chime in on this as well, 916-339-1140. What frustrates me about this is I feel like we have become, I'm talking about NBA Twitter and basketball, we're all about the possibility, the hopes, the dreams than what's reality. We'd rather a chance at a lottery ticket than a guy averaging 23, 24 points per game. Come on, Jay.
Difficult, man. Difficult.
What are we doing?
Now take them calls, man.
No, hold up, because
I think they might got something for you.
I'm ready for the smoke.
You ready for the smoke?
I'm ready for the smoke.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, and last point before I get to Alan and David. Zach LaVine played 32 games. We ready to jump ship, kick them all overboard after 32 games, Kings fans? Alan, on line 1. Don't tell me you ready to get rid of my boy Zach LaVine after 32 games, after he shot 50% from the field, 44% from three-point range, after he hit 82% from the charity stripe, 32 games. Alan, tell me you ain't ready to kick our man overboard.
Drapes, I'm here for you.
Yes.
I've been here 20 years, probably longer than most weighing in on this. Zach LaVine's the best three-point shooter in that whole period. Jay, Brad Miller, what are we talking about? I watched Brad Miller stand at the top of the three-point line doing nothing. One of the least exciting players the Kings have ever had. All he's famous for is almost being punched by Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know about the credibility on that pick. And Jason Thompson from Rider University. Everyone was shocked when we took Jason Thompson. If we didn't draft him, he wasn't going in the NBA. So some of these people weighing in today, I just don't know.
Hey, Alan, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, big dog. You're talking about a guy that can shoot 45% from three-point range. You're talking about a guy that averages better than 22, 23 points per game, one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA. And after 32 games, Kings fans, some of them are ready to shuttle him out of town, send him on a one-way ticket. Come on, Kings fans. We got to be better than that. David, you're on line 3. You've been hanging on, David. Tell me about it, big fella. You're not ready to get rid of my guy, Zach LaVine, yet, right?
No, man. Honestly, I'm here to defend you. Honestly, I think a lot of Kings fans are casuals. They're one-dimensional fans. I would argue 90% of NBA fans are super casuals. While LaVine and DeMar aren't our franchise saviors, I do think, obviously, DeMar is the top 25 scoring point player. I think Zach LaVine is a great player. We need to give him a chance. I just think fans are stuck in their favorite era, you know. While their complaints are valid, I think there's a lot of armchair quarterbacking. And, you know, nobody want to agree that they really don't know nothing.
David, appreciate the call. And David been hanging on, too. 916-339-1140. You can chime in on this. And I see some of the texters. How about this one, Jay? From the 916. Drapes. These LaVine haters are the same guys that have a beautiful girlfriend but are constantly looking for something better and sabotaging their own relationship. Then they're 60 years old, lonely, and full of regret. No, but we've been looking for a talent like Zach LaVine.
Right.
And somebody says, well, Zach scored 23, but how many did he give up? You know how many elite scorers we can say that about? How many elite? Dame Lillard ain't locking nobody down.
Nope.
I keep it real. Steph ain't locking nobody down.
Nope.
Shoot. LaMelo ain't locking no. Like,
nope.
What are we?
Trey. Nope.
Trey ain't Trey Young.
Harden. Right.
You
I was
compared
gonna
it
say
to
Harden.
Trey Young.
Nope.
Yeah. What is it about? And it'd be different, Jay. Like I said before.
Plenty of Luka. Nope.
Luka ain't locking it. It'd be different if Zach was here 3, 4, 5 years. We ain't win nothing. You know what? All right, it's time to move on. But damn, 32 games. 32 games. We got a segment of the fan base that's looking to move on from Zach LaVine, a 2-time All-Star, who's still in his prime, mind you. It ain't like he's 35, 36. Zach is firmly in his prime. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. When has Zach ever had a complete team around him? Point guard. I'm not saying Zach's a 1A, the guy, but you got people ready to send him out for a bag of chips. And Kings fans, we got to be better than that. We better than that. Like, and Jay, you said it earlier. I don't know any player that Kings fans haven't loved here.
Mm-hmm.
I know 2 of them right now for some reason. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. I don't understand it. What is it? You know what I mean? You know, I'm telling the damn truth, Jay.
You're pretty close. I'm
like, what have these guys done to get this kind of vitriol, this sourness from the fan base? I just don't get it. 916-339-1140. Jess hanging on line 2. Jess, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Drape?
What's up, man? What you got, baby?
Okay. I just heard your caller kind of call out the 60-year-old, which I am. And that cat probably is not even in his 40s. So he seems to forget the Bibby, the Peja, the Weber, the Mitch Richmond, the Wayman Tisdale before we even start talking DeMontis, DeRozan, LaVine. I mean, I get it. Hey, I've been here 60 years. My parents and I were the original ticket holders when we were playing out of that warehouse. So I'm totally seeing the whole inventory of Kings players, and you kind of left a lot out. I mean, I get it. LaVine's LaVine, but it's like anything else with sports. You got to have a minimum at bats, a minimum shots, and 32 games is too short to call the butter. I mean, he's good. Hey, I give it to him, but different era, you know.
Let me ask you this though, Jess, real quick. Sorry to cut you off, but you know, the topic of our discussion is, because you're right, C-Web, bitch, we're not arguing that.
No.
I'm saying since the Kings have been in rebuilding mode since that 05-06 championship playoff team, since then, after that, the years after that, Zach LaVine's one of our most talented players. He's the kind of guy we've been hoping. If we draft a player that turns out to be Zach LaVine and his talent and his numbers, we would be ecstatic. But for some reason, some of the fans are ready to ship this guy out of town after 32 games, Jess.
Well, hey, you got me there. I'll give it there for sure. Since the 05-06 era, but he's teetering on the 5. I mean, you got him 3 or 4.
I got him 4. Here,
you know,
let me run down my top 5 for you again. Number 5, Kevin Martin. Number 4, Zach. Number 3, Domas. 2, De'Aaron. Number 1, DeMarcus. I would like to know who you got ahead of Zach LaVine, talent-wise, in the last 20 years for the Sacramento Kings.
I just got to throw Bibby in there. That pushes Zach to 6, maybe.
Mike Bibby in his final full season in Sacramento, because this is where I'm starting. 06-07.
Yep.
Everybody know Mike Bibby is my guy.
Allegedly.
17 points and 4.7 assists. If Zach LaVine woke up with those numbers, he'd be traded tomorrow, Jay. Why are we romanticizing? And I love Mike Bibby, but the Mike Bibby of 06-07 wasn't the same Mike Bibby as 02, 03, 04.
I agree.
He was, starting to, go on the other side. No, Mike's my guy, man. I was just kicking it with him. So, Jay, y'all put me in this position to do that.
I didn't put you in nothing, man. You got yourself in the
Mike
position.
Mike is my guy. And so that's the thing I'm talking about. It's like the Mike Bibby from 06-07. And shout out to him, a quality player. You know I like Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, a beast.
But if Zach had those numbers, people would be losing their minds.
Agreed.
Even more.
They're losing their minds when he putting up 24 and 50 and 44 and shooting 80% from the free throw line. Absolutely. It's part of the game. And I venture to say Zach LaVine may be one of the, if we created a list of most hated, most disappointing, most overrated, anything with a negative connotation, I truly believe NBA circles, not just Kings fans, Zach LaVine would probably make all 3. I don't know what it is about Zach LaVine and the way he plays, the teams he's played on. I know he hasn't had that much success as far as team-wise, all-star, dunk winner, all this type of things individually, he's succeeded. But when you talk to Kings fans, when you talk to NBA people, you talk to analysts, you talk to reporters, it's really no gray area with Zach. It's either you like him or you don't. Right. And if you don't like him, you tear him down in the form of, well, he's a ball hog. He's a person that needs the ball to be anything when it comes to on the floor. And so it's just truly, Zach is one of those guys that is polarizing in the NBA, and I still haven't figured out why.
And I think the narrative around him versus the reality is 2 different things. Because you said it. He got in a narrative of being a ball hog, right, Jay?
Very much so.
My boy LaVine even texted me. He's a ball hog, not a team guy. Teach him what passing the ball means and moving without the ball.
Big Von said
that. But here's the thing. Zach LaVine last year, between Chicago and Sac, 16.5 shots a game. Zach LaVine, the year before that, full year in Chicago, 15 shots per game. Before that, 18 shots per. That's not a ball hog to me, Jay.
That's a top flight star.
That's
the number one,
number 2 option.
Yeah.
Like, he's a scorer too.
He's supposed to be.
That's
what he gets paid for.
Yeah. He's a bucket.
Yeah.
And so does that. Now, if he was taking 23 shots, who was a ball hog? No, I ain't going to go there. Because people, if I say Kobe, people,
you better not. You better not. Kobe is off limits now because he's no longer with us. How many times have you ever been in the hood and neighborhood and having a conversation or, anywhere?
Yeah.
And you talk about something and people say, man, you can't talk about it because he's not here to defend himself. You ever get that?
All the time.
All the time, right? That's kind of where Kobe is now. And so he's, as much as he's for sure part of the fabric of the NBA, you can't tell the story of the NBA without talking about Kobe. He's always going to have the one up because he can't defend himself.
He can't defend himself. But I tell you what, Jay, 05-06 season.
And rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, shout out Kobe, one of the game's greats. Kobe took 27 shots per game.
Getting them up.
Come on now.
Getting them up.
Come on, man.
No doubt about it.
Come on. And like the 916, Rob M says, the only thing I don't like about Zach LaVine on the Kings is He doesn't shoot enough. Some people say he need to be more aggressive.
For what we know about Zach in the Kings uniforms, I would like to wait and see. But right now, August 19th, we can't. And so that's why we're having this conversation. But I think we're going to see a little bit of different Zach LaVine. And I think we're going to see Kings fans be Kings fans, which is once they kind of, settle the road, smooth out the road, like they're hoping to do here. I think Kings fans will begin to latch on to who Zach LaVine is as a player. I truly, man, I'm dumbfounded why Zach LaVine is viewed in such a negative light throughout the NBA.
Yeah.
I've said it before and I continue to say it again. He hasn't gotten in trouble off the floor.
Right.
He is a model citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He is a family man. All the typical things you could check the box off, right?
Yep.
If you want to talk about his defense, I'm here to talk about it. No problem. But I think just what you said, Drapes, is when you really take a step back and look at other stars, there's tons of them who don't play D.
Right.
Cat, I mean, we can go down the line.
Yeah.
There's so many guys who are averaging 20 points or close to who don't play a lick of defense. And they don't catch that much heat.
Right.
I think it's Zach has always been on the team. And I said this, and I don't know if you were here at the time. Zach has always been on the team where no one has been better than him.
Right.
I truly believe that. And so if he is your one, he's the one that's going to take all the heat. And I truly believe he's taken all the heat throughout his career. But he's never played with anybody who's better than him.
Right.
What the old saying says, you never want to be the smartest person in the room, right?
Yeah.
More times than not, he is on his team. I'd like to see him with someone that is considered head and above. Like him and DeMar were pretty close together. You talked about Vucevic.
Yep.
Well, we know he's better than that,
than
Vucevic. So I'd like to see LaVine with someone who is, throughout NBA circles, as you said, it's guaranteed that this person is better than Zach LaVine. And then I like to have a conversation and see how that operates, exactly. Is a square peg in a round hole, or can he fit? Can he be the number two? Is he okay stepping back and being the number two? I'm not sure because we've never got to see it.
Tom Hill throws this out there, and it's the last point, Jay, before we get to the mayor, Kevin McCarty. If I could give you Austin Reeves for Zach LaVine, hell nah.
Come on, man.
I
must be a Laker fan.
Trying
to get better on the under.
Trying to get better, right? 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. Coming up next, we got Sacramento Mayor Kevin McCarty to join us as we talk about the Sac Republic new stadium, what's going on with Sac State, and a whole lot more. It's the Drive Guys with Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys.
But I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in.
We're starting to get used to it. I'm not having you, actually.
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to the Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earn.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Now is the time to enjoy all California has to offer. And what better way than a brand new 2025 Jeep Wrangler? And right now you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP. Don't miss your chance to save on one of America's best-selling SUVs.
And what is this I hear about 50 vehicles under $20,000?
Yes. At the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter, we have nearly 200 vehicles in stock, including Hemis, diesels, heavy duties, 4x4s, and 50 under $20,000. So whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet. We're a fifth-generation family dealer, and when you buy from Hoblet, you're treated like family because you become family. Don't miss our award-winning customer service and some of the best prices you will find on the truck of your dreams.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 10,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X after 5,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. 3 this net savings. Sample VIN 622117. See dealer for details.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief. This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than 500 baseball since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby.
Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
High voltage live boxing action returns to the venue on September 6th as Uppercut Promotions presents Thunder Showdown with 6 big fights on the bill, featuring local lightweight standout Kyle Akinlali, who enters the ring undefeated. And don't miss a big heavyweight showdown with Chinese heavyweight Junglong Singh and Sacktown's own Vikas Diaw. Thunder Showdown coming September 6th to the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Fight card subject to change.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140, hour number 3. Drapes and Jay hanging out till 6 o'clock. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, Sacramento Mayor Kevin McCarty. He will join the show, as yesterday was a banner day in the city of Sacramento as ground was broke on the Sacramento Republic new stadium at the rail yards, a $175 million project set to open in 2027. The stadium will include 12,000 seats, room to expand to 15,000 for concerts and other events. And Jay, I know, man, you wanted to have the mayor on and talk about this and some other things as well. This is huge, man. Like, even driving from the airport the other day, I'm looking at the rail yards and the wide open land over there, and I'm like, it's going to be a stadium right over there.
I know.
That's fantastic, dude.
It's that corridor right there on I-5.
Mm-hmm.
Once they put that new stadium up, and if they, we know how it goes, Drapes. They're going to build around it. Right. There's an open air, eatery that's playing from Sac Republic. There's going to be, of course, shops and things around the area as well. They're just going to build and build and build that area. And that corridor is going to be something to be dealt with, as we move forward. Definitely is right there on I-5.
Yeah, you're right. And this is something, this stadium, it's been talked about forever, dude.
For a long time, brother.
Time, right?
Long time. I remember I think it was on Capitol. Yeah, we were on Capitol. And, it was Sac Republic's heading to the MLS, and we were down doing a show live, and, people were celebrate good times. Come on. People was doing all of that, moving and grooving. And, and man, the commish was in the building of the MLS, and, it's just good times. Bottles were being popped, cans were being, corked, bottles were being unpopped. And it was, I remember looking at the stage. We were in the back as we were broadcasting. And I remember walking up onto the stage, and I've been on plenty of stages for concerts and stuff like that. But it felt a little different because when I looked out, I was like, dang, this is a brand new professional team, and we're being solidified.
Right.
Like the Republic weren't brand new, but I felt like it was something new because we were getting signed off on as you guys are legit. You did what you were supposed to do, and you took it to the next level. Now, Sac Republic have done that despite not being in the MLS.
Right.
But it felt different. And so this arena, this stadium, this is the next chapter for me is like, oh, okay, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
This is for real.
Mm-hmm. And think about it too, like this. The Republic will call it home, but now you got another outdoor venue for concerts too.
Which I love.
And you love that, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Another venue for shows in the outside. And like you said, the development surrounding that. Hell, we saw it with Golden One. You build a stadium and then you build up around it.
True.
We'll
Doko is a mofo.
Right.
Yeah.
That thing, man. And so we're going to have the mayor coming up here in a second. Oh, the mayor's joining us right now. Hold up.
Yeah. Come on now.
Oh, look at it there. I didn't know he was on the StreamYard, Jay.
Yeah, he dipped, man. It's a mid-afternoon dipping for the mayor right now.
He's a busy man, no doubt about it. Mayor Kevin McCarty joining us. What's up, Mayor? It's Kyle Draper here. Jay Johnson, thanks for jumping on with us.
Thank you, Kyle and Dre. Good to hear you. I jump on every now and then to listen to you, but I've never been on this show with you guys. So here we are.
Well, now you've had the rest. Now try the best. How about that? You're on the best sports talk show in Sacramento. Mayor, obviously yesterday a big day, groundbreaking ceremony for the Republic FC new stadium over by the rail yards. Can you just talk about the efforts, and you've been a part of city politics in our area for a while, the efforts to finally get this done and get to this point?
Yeah, this was can you hear me right here?
Yeah, I got you. Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so this was over a decade in the making. This happened so long that I went over to the Capitol for 10 years. And, when I left to go to the Capitol in 2014, this was an idea that had been around for a couple years. So we're looking now 13 years ago when this first idea surfaced to have a big time soccer stadium here. And, we've been through all kinds of starts and stops. So this is a big deal for sports fans. This is a sports show. So, Sacramento, we're a fanatic team, a fanatic city. We support, look at the Kings, good years and bad. And, frankly, most of the years since 86, we haven't been in the playoffs, and we still support our team. So we love our sports here in Sacramento. This is way bigger than that. This is about developing the largest infill site in America. When you drive over the freeway on 5 and look out to the east, you see the new Kaiser under construction. We're looking at 200 plus acres, which is about a third of the size of the urban core of Sacramento. So this is a huge footprint that's going to transform Sacramento, bring more activity, bring more money to the city as we try to balance our budget and grow our city and make us, a more fun city.
Mayor, you spoke on something that we've had a conversation over the last 48 hours about, is that corridor right there on I-5 with the SMUD Museum. Of course, you look over, you see the bridges, you look to your left or right, depending on where you come north or south, you see G1C off into a distance, and then you look down and see Amtrak, the rail yards. To you, is this a finish line for that 5 corridor, or is there, maybe you don't show me your hand, but is there some things that you might be looking forward to extra to build around that 5 corridor?
Yeah, I think there's still some stuff on the corridor up to the airport. We're getting a top golf.
Oh yeah, on the Thomas.
Yeah. There, and the Thomas right on 5 and kind of West El Camino right there. Got the new Costco going in there. Got some job centers there. We got a hospital idea out there, the North State Hospital. So there's a lot of potential, but this is the core. People want to go downtown. So whether it's Old Sacramento, downtown, Doco, frankly, over to West Sac. It's not our city of Sacramento, but people enjoy going over there and watching professional baseball for the next 3 or 4 years. So this is an exciting corridor. This is great for people that want entertainment, that like sports. But again, when I talk about running for mayor, some of the things I've zeroed in on are the big issues of, public safety, housing, homelessness, but also just the city and the future and keeping young people here and attracting people here. And I think about four things you mentioned earlier: music, sports, the arts, and food. Those excite people, get people talking.
Hey, Mayor Kevin McCarty joining us. Mayor, could you just speak to the role sports plays in, a community, a city, and how it's viewed? When I look at, for instance, I'm from the East Coast, the city of Hartford, for instance, used to have a hockey team. They left and it went downhill. Can you just speak to just having this Kings, the A's, the Republic, just the growth of sports in this area and what it means to the city?
Yeah, it gives us identity. It brings people together, people who are, hey, look, we're fighting in politics all the time about, red and blue, Trump and non-Trump. And, people go to the A's games or the Kings game, the Republic game or the River Cats, they're just there having a good time. They can have different perspectives. So sports brings communities together with people, different vantage points. And it rallies when the team is doing well. I remember 2002, I was a King season ticket holder in the Western Conference Finals when we lost that game 7, and those refs screwed us, man. Was it game 5 or game 6? I forget which.
Game 6 we got we got screwed for sure.
Yeah, I remember the Bob Horry, the big shot, like in game 3 or 4, and then Bibby with a big shot in game 5. I was there. And then game 6, we got screwed, and we lost game 7. So the excitement in Sacramento in 2002 was just off the charts. And I can't imagine us getting back into a place like that with MLS or the Kings again, or baseball here. Just the city would just explode with excitement.
Mayor McCarty, you were preceded at the time when the Kings snapped their 16-year drought as far as making the playoffs. But, you were definitely a part of the community. And I believe it's at the time. Yeah, you weren't the mayor. Yep. So at the time, what does anything bring memory back to you if you're comparing the 2000s teams to, as we call it, the Beam team around here in the last couple of years? What, like, just the excitement to see and walk around Doco and be a part of the city, did that make you smile?
Yeah, so I have an interesting record with the Kings, and some of the listeners may be like, "That's from that McCarty guy who didn't support the Kings, he didn't vote for the subsidy." Yeah, look, I grew up here. I'm a sports guy. I grew up playing, sports here, high school baseball. I'm always been a sports fan, King season ticket holder. I didn't vote for that subsidy. I didn't think it was a good deal at the time for our taxpayers, and unfortunately, I turned out, that we do have big problems with that subsidy still in our city budget. But is here, we need to support the arena downtown. I'm all for it. I've been going to games, and so I went to that game 2 years ago, and I guess it was 2023, that playoff game. Mm-hmm. I remember I went to the Saturday game, I think, when they were playing, I guess, the Warriors in that first round. Mm-hmm. And I remember that. It's a great question, because I was having flashbacks to the 2002 when I walked up on that hot day in 2002 against the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and just excitement in the parking lot. But this was I was at the Capitol, so I parked my car at the Capitol that day, and I walked down with my friend of mine, and just walking down K Street, we stopped in a little brewery and had a beer, and just the excitement out there was amazing. And so having that downtown here with the soccer stadium is going to be amazing. I can't imagine if it's MLS, the excitement there. And then you know what? Yeah, we haven't talked about yet, but we're still in the mix for baseball forever. Why not? I've been talking to the A's and the MLB, and I think they're more than likely going to go to Las Vegas. But if for baseball fans out there, you may have seen on Sunday Night Baseball, the commissioner was on this week on Sunday when they were doing a game at the Williamsport, and he was talking about expansion and how the MLB is gonna expand. They're looking to expand. They're looking to do things differently, adding some teams and having some regional kind of mixing it up like they have in the NBA, where they're like a Western Conference type thing. And Sacramento is absolutely in the mix. They're looking for a West Coast team, I think, and an East Coast team. And, there's other cities out there that want this in the West, like Portland, Salt Lake City, I think San Antonio. I'm not sure if San Antonio is West or East, but the conventional wisdom is Nashville has the lock on the East team. So that means we're 1-4. So 1-4 shot to be in the mix for a West Coast expansion team, if you include San Antonio. So we need to support the A's the next few years and, get out there and attend games. We're going to be working to expand the corporate sponsorships the next few years. That's a big issue as well. So heck, we can be in the mix for a couple teams. And I know some of our economic development boosters here point out that Sacramento is the largest city in America that doesn't have two professional sports teams. Wow. I know the Republic is pro soccer, but like major pro sports teams. So Sacramento is right there as far as our TV media market to step up for a second, big time sports team.
Hey, Mayor, have you been told at all, what steps need to be done? What needs to be shown from our vantage point? Is it stadium plans? Is it those sponsorship dollars? Is it fan attendance? Like, what needs to be done from our end, the Sacramento side of things, to show Major League Baseball we can support a franchise here?
Yeah, I don't want to get too detailed, but I have been talking to the A's and the MLB, and I think it's always kind of the Achilles for Sacramento is our corporate sponsorships. We went through this when we had the Kings saga a decade ago. If you go to a Giants game and you look at the sponsors on the wall versus sponsors on the outfield wall around the stadium versus here at Sutter Health Park, it's night and day. I went to a Giants game a couple weeks ago, and I went to the A's game, recently too. And I took a look, and obviously it's very, very different. So I think our attendance is fine, but we really need to work to step it up. And one thing that I'm going to be pushing the A's on is, hey, we'll step up more and support you. Maybe throw us a bone and call us the Sacramento A's.
Come on now, Mayor. There you go.
Right? Come on now. You're playing here. Look, I look at the box score. I see all these teams. And one just A's. Like, where's the name? Yeah. So I don't know. I think they were trying to make sure that when they came here, they didn't, because they're still trying to lock it in Vegas. They didn't want to have some confusion. But as they start building the stadium in Vegas, they're under construction. Okay, you're on your way there. But during your 3-year Airbnb stay with us while you build your big house in Vegas, call us what we are, the Sacramento A's.
100%. Joined by Mayor McCarty, Kevin McCarty. Mayor, I got a couple questions, but I want to try to work here fast with you because I definitely need to see. You said you play a little ball. If you had a good swing, did you have a good fastball? Did you shoot it? Were you a running back? What position you played? But I'd be remiss to Cal Expo, to Sac State. That conversation has been on hot and heavy this past week. What's your thoughts on Sac State and Cal Expo maybe, building a relationship and coming together and building a new stadium over that way?
Well, I'll go to your first question. It's about my uneventful sports. I was not a football player. I've been broken in half. But my brother played high school and college football. I was a baseball player.
Ooh, okay.
And, I had fun. I was out there. I obviously, didn't go further. I'm in politics now, but
what position you play, man? Where'd you play?
I played outfield. I played outfield. I was a really good defender. I could run him down in all three outfield positions. I remember one time in high school, I made here's my best ever high school memory. I made a diving catch out at Kennedy.
Okay.
I was playing right field and I ran off the field. I ran off the side, and the guy's like, "Hey, nice catch, young man." And I looked up. I was like, "Man, that's Greg Vaughn."
That's right.
Okay. He told me I made a nice catch, so that was like pretty sweet. On that team I was on, my other claim, my memory is my teammate later became a 15-year major leaguer. That's Derek Lee. So he was a Sacramento baseball player. So yeah, that's fun. But I'm here in politics now, and there's a bridge between politics and sports, which I readily embrace. As long as it makes sense for the city. Like the rail yards vote this week was a great deal for taxpayers, a good public-private partnership, no impact on our general fund. So that was like, a case study as far as what participation should be with a local government and a sports stadium. As far as Cal Expo, if you recall, when the Kings were looking to find a venue, they were looking at the Thomas, of course, downtown, where they ended up here on the mall. And the other one was Cal Expo. Cal Expo was a site for a potential arena. So it's always been thought of as an underutilized asset out there. I think it's like 500 acres out there. Cal Expo, it's owned by the state. It's older, it needs a lot of work. So they've always been looking for some type of infusion of kind of, big project to go in there. And heck, this whole notion with the Sac State's looking to build a stadium, that's an idea worth pursuing. So I'm all for that. There really isn't a lot of city interaction there right now, but I'm all ears kind of learning about that in the last few weeks.
Yeah, Mayor Kevin McCarty joining us. Mayor, I guess my last question for you is this, so many times, we see, the public not willing to fund a private stadium or a team stadium. What do you think the appetite is here in Sacramento for use of public funds for a stadium? I know, with Sac State, you won't have to do that, obviously. Like, what do you think that appetite is around here?
Very limited, especially now that we're, massive issues with homelessness and other priorities. And then we're looking at cutting, police and fire and parks budgets the next few years with our budget deficit. So there really isn't the appetite for direct subsidy that comes out of general fund. But the Rail Yard Soccer Stadium was a great example. We're going to rebate the Republic and the developers there. Essentially, I forget what it is. It's 90. So basically, it's tens of millions of dollars in the next couple decades in tax rebates as they build the roads and infrastructure out there. So that, I think, is a fair city investment on that, and it doesn't impact the general fund. So I think there are ways that we can look, and some people may say, "Hey, if you're going to keep baseball, where is it going to go?"
Right.
We'll figure that out. We have land at the rail yards. I mean, heck, even if the Major League Baseball decides they want to stay in West Sacramento, I'm fine with that. That's great for Sacramento. That doesn't bother me one bit. So, we have to find, a team. We have to, frankly, find a multi-billionaire who wants to step up and buy a team. That's always the issue as well.
Right.
So but you know what? We're in the conversation, and I think that's pretty exciting for Sacramento.
Absolutely. Mayor, last question for us is, we're a huge Sacramento Kings station. We've talked about it. We know you're a big fan of the team. We get this question, ever so often, and this is my opportunity, first time I'm talking to you in a long time. The All-Star game. So many people, as the NBA say, if you build it, they'll come. At last conversation, we've heard that we don't have enough, 3-star, 4-star hotels, enough lodging. But every single time I feel like I'm driving downtown, I just looked up on I Street. We got another hotel right there. I think an AC, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like we're adding hotels by the month. If I'm not, as I live in the Thomas, I see one always popping up, or at least it feels that way. Anything in particular that you feel, because I know we're all shooting for the same goal. We would love the All-Star game to be here in Sacramento. But big picture, bird's eye view, is it still the lack of lodging for us in your mind?
I asked this question a few months in to being mayor, just this past spring, talking about the All-Star game or the Final Four for NCAA basketball. And essentially, they said that we need to almost double the amount of hotels we have downtown within walking distance. I did ask that question, like, hey, there's hotels in the Thomas over there by Arden Fair.
Right.
And they're like, no, the NBA and NCAA, they want fans to be able to walk within 15 or so minutes to the game. And so even with a new AC hotel and the others building up, that's nice, building a few hundred more. But, we need, a 1,000 or so more, 2,000 more. So, we're moving. I think with this new soccer stadium, there's a hotel project over there. We're talking about hotel project at the convention center and Old Sac. So those combined are, I don't know, 5 to to 600 rooms in those 3 hotels right there. So, we're on our way, but we still have a bit of room to go as far as having an All-Star game or Final Four.
Mayor, we appreciate your time. Know you're a busy man. I know yesterday was a great day for Sacramento. Can't wait for the stadium to open up in 2027. Thanks for jumping on with us, Mayor Kevin McCarty. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
All right.
We gotta play a little catch. We gotta play a little catch, Mayor. I'm gonna come play with some catch with you, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, Mayor. Appreciate that. That's Mayor Kevin McCarty. Good stuff. My takeaway, Jay, has to do with the A's. He sounded like, I know it's still a ways away, but we making our pitch.
Yeah, listen.
We making our pitch.
We got a break, but I took 2 things out of that I want to run by you, and one of them is definitely the A's.
All right, we're going to talk about that. Thanks to Mayor Kevin McCarty. You're listening to The Drive, guys, on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Before summer calls it quits, make memories in a Toyota built for adventure during Toyota's national sales event. Score big with fuel-efficient icons like the all-hybrid 51 MPG 2025 Camry or the versatile RAV4. Itching for a road trip? The all-new 4Runner's your passport to anywhere. So don't wait. Hurry to your local dealer for Toyota's national sales event, now through Labor Day. Toyota, let's go places. Event ends 9/2/25.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Josh Sens offers 5 common golf course maintenance mistakes and tips to correct them. You've hit the green, and to fix your divot, you jam your tool underneath the ball mark and lift the soil, but the right way is to circle the edges of the mark with your tool, gently pulling the turf toward the center. Second, when fixing divots in the fairway, fill it with sand until it's level with surrounding turf, and gently smooth it with your foot. Third, when the course imposes the 90-degree rule, it means to stay on the cart path until you can turn at a right angle to your ball, minimizing wear and tear on the turf. 4, when you're driving on the course, proceed at a modest pace and avoid staked and roped off areas. Avoid sharp turns, wet turf, bunker edges, tees, and greens. The superintendent will applaud you. 5, in a bunker, rake the sand smoothly and exit as you entered from the low side. Tap the sand from your shoes and leave it as if you weren't there. And now that you know, make sure your foursome knows as well. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRose.
As you get it. And of course, you know, as he mentioned twice, the mayor, Kevin McCarty, did. He said, I'm in politics.
Yep.
Maybe even 3 times, but I remember 2 because I counted them. When we know politics is just what it is, it's politicking, right? And so the first thing that really caught my ear was he said, and, you know, could have been a Freudian slip.
Yep.
But he was like, God, Hayes might be down there for 3 or 4 years.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said 3 or 4 years. I have to pick it as our system, you know, spits it out for us here. But it's like, yeah, they might be down there or here playing for another 3 or 4 years.
Wow. That would be.
I don't know, Drapes. That to me lets me know there's been some conversation. And again, it could have been a Freudian slip. Could have been, you know, 3, 4 years, whatever the case may be. But maybe he's had a conversation or been amongst the conversation or been at the round table and has heard, well, you know, our hope is to be out of here in 3 years, but it could take 4.
Right. They could be here.
Could be
longer.
just, you know, a pinch longer. I thought that was interesting.
That was interesting. And I will back that up by saying he also said they're going to go down. They're going to Vegas.
Yeah, he said that sounds like the plan. They're going to Vegas.
Right.
But they could be here, enjoy it for the next 3 or 4
years. Okay.
Yeah, so that caught me.
And I'll piggyback on that real quick because he talked about some signage, calling the Sacramento A's.
Yeah.
You know, I've been told next season there will be some Sacramento reference on the jerseys.
But will it be in the moniker?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Like, or will it just be, you know, the
kind of
Tower
indirectly,
Bridge
not official, unofficial.
Right. Like when you go to the ESPN standings, like the mayor was saying, they got every city and then it just got athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus he's like, you know, where's regional? Put something to it. Put a name to it. And I will say this. I got to give the mayor some love in the form of if those are the avenues that he is really pressing, I got to show him some love on that because that's something that the average everyday A's fan, and we know patrons of the city of Sacramento have argued for a while is, look, I'm not rocking with you if you can't even recognize where you're at.
Right.
And so I'm hoping, you know, that's not politics. That's for real. And the mayor, and I'm taking him for his word straight up, you know, because he talked to us, that he's like, look, we need some signage. We need we need officially to be called the Sacramento A's. Or even if you want to get, you know, You want to go indirect? The Golden State Warriors doesn't say Oakland, doesn't say San Francisco, doesn't say the town, doesn't say the city.
Right.
But come up with something. The capital A, like something that references our region of Sacramento.
Right.
Help me out. I'm trying to help you out, Ace.
Well, I'll say this.
It should say Sacramento.
It should say, and one thing that bothers me, and it is what it is, when I'm watching on TV or I'm at the games and I'm looking into the outfield wall, or it's the backstop or whatever, I can't remember which one. And they got Las Vegas.
Yeah. It's the outfield.
The outfield one, right? Yeah.
Kills me.
That bothers me every time I see it.
But you know what? No doubt they're spending money. No doubt. They're spending the Las Vegas informational blase, whatever it's called. They're spending money. They ain't turning down no money.
They ain't turning
nothing but they collar. That's the only thing they turning down. So if they, as my uncles always used to say, my hand's out first. These hands is out first. They looking for the next dollar bill on their palm.
They need that. Yeah, they definitely look.
Come on now. So I truly hope that our mayor and our constituents of Sacramento and the who's who and the corporate, partner, the corporate businesses that are invested here in Sacramento really push the A's to put a name to it. I'm not sure if unofficially people would be okay with it because I'm not speaking for the masses, but I do think they need to make an attempt at unofficial, official, something. And like I said, I'll even take a step back and hear some ideas. If you don't want to say Sacramento, because if you're the age, you don't want to pinpoint yourself as, GPS locally here in the city, come up with some snazzy name, man.
Something.
Like
you said, the
capital A's,
right.
NorCal, something, man. Yeah. City of Trees A's, I don't know.
The mayor mentioned something interesting. He talked about expansion in Major League Baseball, and in his belief, there'd be maybe one East Coast team, one West Coast team.
Right.
He said Nashville is pretty much,
from everything we're hearing,
pretty much
it's all but wrapped up.
So that leaves a West Coast team.
Right.
The cities he mentioned: Portland.
Yep.
Salt Lake.
Yep.
Sacramento. And he said what? San Antonio. I'm looking at the media markets for each of those. We dwarf them.
Easy.
We're bigger.
Easy. He also said this is the biggest market in the nation that doesn't have two
a second,
top main 4 or 5 leagues.
Yep.
Meaning MLS, NHL, MLB, NFL.
That's it.
There you go.
Here's the thing, though, Jay. And I would love for the Sacramento, residents to weigh in on this, 916-339-1140. When I mention Portland,
the Batal family,
Salt Lake City.
I can't think of my guy, but yeah.
Batal.
Batal is Portland. That's the Batal family. But the, what's my guy?
Ryan Smith.
Yeah, Smith. There you go.
That's what we need. We need a local family.
Oh, do we have that?
That's what our issue is right there.
Do we have that?
I don't know if we do. Because here's the thing. Salt Lake got a hockey team because of Ryan Smith.
He spent the money.
I bought this one and I'm moving it here.
Absolutely.
Portland.
Right. Batal family sound like they jumped in front and said, man, listen, we'll fund it. Who were a minority owner of the Kings.
They got the WNBA team up there. But the narrative, the belief is those cities are bigger. At least Salt Lake City. They had an all-star game, Jay.
Yeah, because it's if you build it, it'll come.
You know what, though? I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole because there's bigger issues at play than just the hotels, the population.
For All-Star?
Just for growth.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the things the mayor said was sponsorship dollars.
Right.
Who usually ponies up sponsorship dollars, Jay?
Corporate companies, more or less. Big money, as you said, big money family, but really it's corporate companies. And we're seeing here in California And this is,
And that's why I said
this is a rabbit hole for sure. But, to keep it very general, a lot of corporate companies are leaving California.
Right.
Too expensive to operate here. Insurances are jumping ship. This is for me, Drapes, it comes down to for the A's, two things. Vivek ain't from Sacramento.
Right.
To the best of my knowledge, not to be putting a GPS on Vivek, he don't live in Sacramento. So it took us a businessman
to see the value
there you go.
Sacramento.
Absolutely. As they say, you make one, they didn't stop making them with you. Meaning Vivek became a business person. They didn't stop it with Vivek.
Right.
Vivek ain't the richest man in the world, right? I think you need a soothsayer. You need someone that is going to see the opportunity here in Sacramento, see that you can build upon NHL or MLS or, NFL or MLB or whatever you want to call it. I think you need someone who believes in the form of, and I'll just keep it a buck. I ain't never just really sat down and had the conversation, with Vivek on a personal level or anything like that. So I can't speak to that, but I'm looking at it from the way the world normally operates. I think if you had a business person who looked at it and said, oh man, I can make some money.
Right.
Truly, the Ron Burkle was supposed to be the big whale for the MLS, didn't work out. But I think if you put yourself, you connect yourself to a business person who sees down the road dollar signs, I think it makes sense. Because no doubt, as someone said, 916, there's no corporate money to bring another franchise to Sacramento. I think we all understand that. I think we all know that.
Remember a few years ago?
Mike, I ponied that personal money up.
I had to Google this. Belinda Stronach, the Canadian businesswoman.
Yeah, she was she's the horse Harris, right?
Yeah. Was going to
on Santa Anita, Golden Gate
interested
family.
in MLS in Sacramento.
Right.
So to your point, that's what we need, somebody like that.
Yeah.
To say, you know what? This city can pop. This is a good opportunity. And my city, I can't bring it to. Because that, but does Portland have the money?
Oh, no doubt they do.
Does Salt Lake have the money? That's where we're up against.
Yeah, we're up against the people who, and that's kind of what I'm saying, Drapes, is I think we need a business person to see the opportunity in Sacramento the same way some of these other cities have business people who don't. Now, Ryan Smith, I do believe he lives in Utah. I believe he is a Utah guy. Hence why he wanted to bring that way. It's why I believe he's trying to get the A's to come in.
Oklahoma City.
There you go.
They, ain't no businessman saying, ooh, that Oklahoma City going to pop. But Clay Bennett, that's his home.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm bringing it here.
I'm good. I'll finance it myself. I'll work my, work my relationships and we'll cover it. But even if, and that's the difference is even if we don't have that billionaire who wants to pony up their own private money or bring in some of their relationships to support the cause, there's so many people around who have, the one percenters who have that coin. You got to go out there and politic to come full circle. We haven't had Kevin McCarty on, the mayor. So in full circle, you got to be able to politic. And that's why it caught my eye when Kevin McCarty said, well, you have to believe, first of all, and I think that's what he was saying is we have the aptitude to build something here. But I also read through the tea leaves. He was like, look, I'm even okay if you even build it in West Sac,
right?
Which is not us. And he specified that twice. So to me, you need to have open-minded people like that to get things done. 9 times out of 10, Drapes, and you can disagree if you want, closed-minded people don't normally run with an idea. They're normally pinpointed on certain things that they want to do, and they try to get it done. And so for the mayor to come, and be wide open, or at least be open to the fact of saying, well, even if it doesn't happen within my city, who I mayor, I'm okay with it happening across the pond, so to say, across the river, and I'm still going to support it. We need people like that. Now, the crazy part, the catch-22, the oxymoron is he was one of the people who voted for, as he said on the interview.
He said it. Yeah.
I was, and he didn't say I was wrong, but he was like, hey, listen, we're still facing some situations when it comes to the subsidies,
right.
That built the golden one, but I still take advantage of it because it's part of my community.
Yeah. I think with what the mayor was saying and the potential for West Sac, he understands, even if it's in West Sac, that clearly benefits Sacramento.
It ain't nothing but a quick 100-yard sprint.
You know what, man?
Cross the bridge.
There are so many people right now who park here and then walk over.
Of course. Getting that money. Because as beautiful as West Sac is, it's congested over there. Condos and, you were over in West Sac when you first jumped over.
Yeah.
They're building over there too.
Yeah.
Whole different county. I truly think, we're not on the playing field of having a Ryan Smith here in Sacramento, to the best of my knowledge.
Right.
Now, if there's a billionaire here that, that is in play for a stadium, then I don't know that person. But I do think, and this is where I found it very interesting, and that's why I mentioned the West Sac situation, because I've been a proponent of this, Drapes. Growing up in Sacramento, when you went to Rancho Cordova, when you went to, the suburb of Folsom, there was no such thing as the city of Folsom. There was no such thing as the city of Roseville for a long time. It was a suburb. Like the Rocklands, the Lincolns, which is Sacramento has grown so vastly that Lincoln is a suburb of Roseville at this point. And the Rocklands and the El Dorado Hills are attached to Sacramento. And then we get into West Sac, which has always kind of been funny because it's a different county in the water and all that type of stuff. But we expand ourselves. I mean, how close is Elk Grove to Galt now?
Right.
Like it feels like it's right there.
Right there, yeah.
So my thing with it is this. I don't know, and I was going to ask the mayor this, but I don't know the money situation when it comes to, is Folsom adding money into?
It's Sacramento County.
Come on now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, does West Sac add money into the fact of, if we want to bring an arena, just as you said, we're parking in Sacramento, but we're walking to West Sac, or vice versa. Does the city add into the pot to try to bring a team here? Because you're reaping the benefits. El Dorado Hills, Elk Grove, Galt, Lincoln, Roseville, those are different. Placer County, that's a whole different county.
Yeah.
I don't have that answer. I tried to do the research. I've asked people. I've never got a definitive answer, but to me, that's interesting. This El Dorado Hills, are they putting in the pot to try to were they putting in the pot to keep the Sacramento Kings here?
I don't know, because that's not the Sacramento County.
I get it. Understandable. Look, longshoremen operate in West Sac. I don't know if you're familiar with a longshoreman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're on the East Coast, definitely. Longshoremen are big here, especially down in Long Beach,
right,
in the Bay. We have our cusp here in West Sac. That's not Sacramento money though, champ.
Right.
But a lot of those objects, material things, because I have family that are longshoremen, that's crossing right over here to Sacramento, right? Because that's the nearest thing to drop off. So I'm asking. That's what I've tried to try to get a good understanding of. I've always wanted to know: is Placer County throwing in the money?
Right.
Is YOLO throwing in the money? Is the city of Galt throwing in the money? Is Elk Grove, who was, got their own bus line, E-Train, like all these other things now, are they throwing in the money, even though they're now Elk Grove, Sacramento County?
Yeah.
They're reaping the benefits of the Sacramento Kings, because no doubt the Sacramento Kings, the Sac Republic, they sending people out to,
right,
Monterey Trail. Come read the books for the kids. Throw a camp. They reaping benefits of that. Can we all, so in a full circle, I'm asking Drapes, can we all pitch in and make it happen? That's what I'm saying.
916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. RK says, why do we want a second major team here? There's something about just having one major team. And that's an issue too, because but let's keep it real.
Yeah.
How many people say we don't want to be the Bay, LA? We don't want to be these big cities. We like the small town feel of Sacramento.
Man, that's out the window. Drapes, that's out the window. Small town Sacramento, that's no longer, brother. Didn't you just hear me say Lincoln is a suburb of Sacramento? You've been that way, but I ask people, go down the freeway. It's a brand new one. For the longest, the 65 ran right through downtown Lincoln. It don't no more.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Gone are the times of small time. Go to the airport. It's small. It feels small compared to DFW, Hartfield. But guess what they doing? They building. We're building downtown.
Well, we can't have it both ways.
It's no such thing. You're right.
We want to keep the small town feel, but then we also want industry and businesses to be here too.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I don't really understand the small town feel anymore. This ain't 1989. This ain't 95. That's gone.
I live out there in Folsom, big fella.
Suburb of Sacramento.
And there's this new development on the other side, south of 50. Matter of fact, UC Davis just opened a medical center out there. And there are tons of people who are against the expansion out there. Too many people. Traffic's already too bad. Not enough schools or grocery stores or anything like that.
The infrastructure.
But to your point, it's 2025, man. If we want to compete with the big cities, we got to act like the big cities.
True.
Like if we want to attract Major League, if we want to attract the All-Star game,
right?
We can't be against growth, right? And development. Because NBA All-Star ain't going to, St. Louis or, some of these other smaller, like, they're looking at major cities. And the hotel thing is 100% a factor, big fella.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
We've been hearing that left and right.
Same thing with Final Four.
Yep.
That's why Indianapolis ain't got nothing against on us.
For real.
But they got all the hotels, the ease to get around.
They saw the vision. Somebody there was a little sharper, not just one person, a group of people. They knew, bring in that dollar. We want to build the infrastructure to do so. It's been a fight that Sacramento has been going, at least for my lifetime. You get, politically, you get one group who's like, oh, we want to stay, mom and pop, we want to stay rural. And then you get another group who's like, nah, we full, all, foot on the gas pedal. We want to build a stadium. We want to do this. We want to build so many different things. It's been a fight here in Sacramento for a long time, but I'm here to say naturally, organically, we have been progressing and becoming bigger. The influx of the Bay to come here. The Drapes, in 1 week, we're talking about 2 stadiums getting an okay, one groundbreaking, which we know that's getting ready to happen, and one of our major 4-year university talk about they getting ready to jump on and go build on public land.
They're looking to
pop
off and grow.
We ain't even, and the mayor said, man, I ain't really heard that much about public funds.
Yep.
It sounds like they got their private funds in order.
Mm-hmm.
So if they come out and say, we'll finance 98% of this, we need 2%, and you ask the question, is there a landscape for public funds? Because look at society, look at our city. He talked about all these different things that we're facing, as a city. Organically, though, man, we ain't rural Sacramento no more. I remember there used to be a sign on I-5, you slide in, it was like population 400,000, 500,000 as a kid. And I don't remember the specific number.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody to hang me up on that. But I remember it would change every so now and then. We take our trip to Fresno, visit some families, drive down to SoCal, hit San Diego or something, slide to Slow, Santa Maria, Pismo Beach, something like that as a kid. You come back in, and I remember every now and then you see that population number just change a little bit. 500,000, 600,000. So I said, look at the census. Do your research out there. We 2 million plus.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't small no more. Now, if you want to say the city of Sacramento, absolutely.
All right. That's
But we got so many other suburbs behind it now, Drapes, man. We ain't small anymore.
916-339-1140. You can weigh in on this conversation. Growth in Sacramento. Can we support another pro sports team? Do we want the A's to stay? We'll dive into that. Plus, back to the Kings talk, why Zach LaVine is a top 5 talent over the last 20 years for the Sacramento Kings. It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 crew cabs. The Motor Trend 2025 Truck of the Year.
What about all those hard-to-find heavy duties?
Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 Ram Heavy Duties. You won't find a better selection of new Rams in California, with over 400 new Rams available and more on the way.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. $15,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns after $83.16 factory rebates and $66.84 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% below MSRP. $2,000 Stellantis financial bonus cash. Must finance with Stellantis. $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. $11,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Limited after $2,500 factory rebates and $8,500 dealer discount. Rebates include $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. At least 5 of each net savings. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
You still have 40 million plus vehicles globally that are driving around with a potential ticking time bomb, a grenade in either their steering wheel or their dashboard. When we look to what injuries may have transpired from a defective airbag, we generally see loss of vision in an eye, or we see facial lacerations. We also see hearing loss. Unfortunately, we started seeing death after death after death. When that passenger airbag exploded, it basically degloved his entire face. He lost his nose, he lost his right eye. The type of catastrophic injuries that one is more accustomed to seeing in a Hollywood movie, not something from a device in an automobile that's supposed to protect you. Morgan & Morgan has a national reach in terms of handling and prosecuting cases, notwithstanding the team of lawyers that we have collected that focus only on product liability day in and day out.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part?
My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 of select models only.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the great deals they have going on right now. You can receive up to $9,500 in bonus cash when you lease select models. Not interested in a lease? How about a certified pre-owned vehicle? That's right. They have low rates for up to 36 months, or maybe you're looking to buy brand new. Well, they got you covered when it comes to that as well. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, well, check out their deals on e-sprinters. Take it from me. I'm now rolling in the finest ride I've ever had. I'm driving the all-new electric EQS SUV. I don't have to worry about filling my tank at all. It's a long-range vehicle, and not only do I love it, my family loves it as well. So take it from me, Kyle Draper. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is where you want to go to buy your new vehicle. They believe that when you buy the finest car in the world, you deserve the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5 or online anytime at mbfstockton.com.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority
detox relief. KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive Guys, ready to get turned up with Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay, final hour, taking you up to right around 6 o'clock. Before we get on out of here, shout out to Lincoln Kennedy, who came on today. College Football Hall of Famer, legendary Raiders offensive tackle. Shout out to him for jumping on earlier today. Also, shout out to Grant High School football coach Carl Reed. That's right, they got a monster game this Saturday against Folsom High School at Grant on ESPN Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And once again, shout out to the mayor, Kevin McCarty, for jumping on as well. A lot we've been talking about. We'll get back to the Zach LaVine conversation coming up in just a minute. Why I think Zach LaVine is a top 5 talent over the last 19 years for the Sacramento Kings, and why some Kings fans need to put some respect on his name. I don't want to hear about the trade rumors. You can find that from 10 to 2 and all their potential trade, fake trade talk. But why, Kings fans, are we ready to get rid of Zach after 32 games when he's one of our top 5 talents in the last 19 years? We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But we also been talking about just the growth of the city of Sacramento. 916-339-1140. 916-339-1140. Jason's been hanging on here. Jason, what's happening, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay. What say you today, big fella?
Hey, so besides all the texts I send in just to piss you off, Drapes, my serious question is, what would the city benefit more from? A major league team, a baseball team, or a football team? Because this is my personal opinion, I don't think we have the fan base for baseball to fill up a stadium 60, 70,000, on a 81 game basis compared to NFL, where it's a stronger fan base, but it's only 8 to 9 games a year. But that stadium would also be used for other things like concerts and whatnot. So what would the city benefit more from? A major league team, a baseball team, or an NFL team? I'll take your answers off the air.
All right, appreciate the call, Jason. I think we all agree if we could get a football tem here,
give it to
that's
them.
The one you sign up for.
Absolutely.
Like football is king. We know that.
Yep.
I mean, that brings in all kinds of infrastructure. If you have a football team, you kind of made it as a city. You're a big deal.
The other spin of that too is just what we've had Kirk Morris and Lincoln Kennedy throwing some love to our Raider fans. They talk about the influx of visitors, the visitation of so many different people who come in and throw dollars into the city of Las Vegas. Man, could you imagine, the Sacramento Rattlesnakes or whatever you want to call them, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming in here, and all the folks coming in from Florida, or the Jets come play us, and people from New York or Philadelphia, the Eagles come through here, all the different people that's going to travel this way, and that money that comes in, the visiting dollar will be tremendous.
Then you build up around it too.
That's a whole nother city within a city.
That's a city. And ideally, I remember when I was working in Louisville, these are some of the discussions we used to have. And at the time, I was in my 20s. family just starting out towards my in career there in Louisville. And one of the discussions was, how do you attract young families? Young professionals.
Yeah, young professionals.
Young professionals, not family, young professionals. You got to have things for them to do.
Absolutely.
You got to have the entertainment, the restaurants, the concerts, and yes, the sports teams also. So you have an NFL team, you playing on TV every weekend, some 20, 25-year-old, oh, that's where the Sacramento Dragons play. I know that about that city. Man, I might want to move there. If you don't have that, and somebody said, oh, you know, why would we want a second team? Because then we're Buffalo, where, you know, some of these other small
Green
Bay, not in terms of population,
right,
but in terms of the narrative, the view from outside the area,
which is what we give with the Kings,
right?
Which is why I believe Kings fans jump out. Man, we need national games. We need national games. We need to put on. People need to see us, which is why I believe Sacramento Kings fans are so passionate. Why I believe Sacramento sports fans, the people, the patrons, the community, the residents, why we're so passionate about defending Sacramento. I can't remember who we had on, but you remember we were talking about Sacramento and the reputation, and a guest was like, the one thing Sacramento, among a few other things, is they're passionate because they feel like they always have to defend themselves. And I feel like it was a player or something like that. We were talking to somebody, one of the former players or something. It's like, but they don't have to, because as players, we would come through on the opposing team, and to the person, we'd be like, man, we wish we could play in front of those people every single night. The reputation of Sacramento residents as sports fans is at the top notch. If you go back and look at some of the things that we look at when they have these polls and, they talk about best fans, and Kings fans are always at the top. They're never in the middle or at the bottom.
Right.
And that's why Kings fans are so passionate, is because they've put so much time and effort and dollars into what the Kings have. And just keeping it 1,000, Drapes, you could jump off the mic. I ain't putting you in a position. A lot of it hasn't been returned. The ROI has been shorted.
In what way?
We ain't got no wins. We ain't been.
Oh, you're talking about
the return of investment of a fan.
The Doco, the restaurants, and all that.
That's what I'm saying is this. The investment of what the Sacramento Kings fans, and I'll say sports fans, into the Kings, because for the longest, that's all we've had. Into the Kings, the ROI, the return of investment, has been null and void in many different ways. We are looked at as a championship caliber type fan base. That hasn't happened on the court, and I believe that's part of the reason why Sacramento Kings fans, and we hear them all the time, they're disgusted. Man, I've been a season ticket holder since 1987, Jay. Drapes, you don't know, man. You only been here for a handful of years, man. Get your popcorn, dog. I've been here since 1992, man. I was invested. The old barn, that was me. I was over in the traffic at Arco. Like, do you not get that all the time? Okay, then. So the investment of fans throughout Sacramento's history of the Kings, and before that, a lot of times we feel slighted. And that's why we're so passionate in the form of, damn, the time we did have an opportunity, we felt like the NBA took it away from us. If I can't blame the team, which I love, if I can't blame the ownership or the front office, then who am I supposed to blame? So that era is blamed upon the league, because most people are like, man, y'all took that from us after all that we've invested in you and NBA. Y'all came here, took the chance in Sacramento, and we invested the time, the effort, the money, built stadiums, and this is how y'all repay us? This is how y'all doing us? We deserve this. We earn this. The very person who came here and the G-Mans and all of these different people, the Jerry Reynolds and all the folks who've invested their time and money as 1985 season ticket holders, you don't think they was crying about the situation? The league took that from us. That's how we feel. So now fast forward to that. That's why I believe, Kings fans are so passionate and defensive, because it's like, damn, man, we done put in time and effort and money. And I think that's where some of the vitriol you catch, Drapes, is because people like, man, you ain't been in this thing long enough. That's just my take.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that one, Jay. I hear you.
I'm just saying.
I hear you. 916-339-1140. If you want to weigh in on this, I see some of the texts coming in. I think that if you wanted to do that, you should build the football soccer stadium combo right now.
That'd be dope.
While the Republic is building it. Build for what will come, not what is.
Man, that's for real.
You build it for football conversion. You can also get other events or specialty things if Sac State gets a good one going.
I mean, that has been pitched around, has it not?
Yeah.
It was kind of pitched around early on that Sac State, Sac Republic might change,
NFL ain't coming here, bro.
No.
NFL
I don't think so.
NFL, that's like we got a better shot at hockey, a better shot at Major League Baseball, and that's okay.
Well, the numbers don't really match when you have 2.5 million of the greater population of Sacramento region, and you put in 60, 70, 80,000. Let's just call 60 on the low end, 60,000 seat stadium for football. I don't know the numbers. I don't know, on average, how many fans from the opposing team goes to another opposing city's stadium. But I'll just say 25%, maybe 20%. And, we can argue because the Rams and, there's certain teams that don't do well. But call it a quarter of the stadium is full by opposing teams' fans. Right? So
15,000.
So we gotta cover the other 45. That's a lot. Where we know the baseball stadium will be on the small end, 30, 35,000. That's pretty much what they're building in Las Vegas. That's doable.
And we got to go up against San Francisco.
Man, we ain't worry about that.
All right. Just making sure. Now with 6.
Because I tell you, if we build a new stadium here, it's gonna be better than Pac-Bell. It's gonna be better than the Oracle.
But what about football? You turning in your Niners flag and underoos. If we see that's
tough, brother. Because it's those years of pain and toil.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like
Mr. Mayor of the City of Trees, our commissioner. He said, football wise.
Yeah, I might though. That's like Houston giving up the Cowboys. I don't know.
Yeah, 916. Let's get to Mark on line 2. 916-339-1140. What's up, Mark?
Oh, hey guys. Jay's rant got me thinking. And have you heard about the anonymous investment group from the Bay Area that is basically buying thousands and thousands of acres of land down off Highway 12 by Rio Vista?
Yeah.
That might be the place to start looking for your big fish.
Ooh.
According to Jay, that's just a suburb of Sacramento.
That's kind of deep, though.
That's out there. Yeah.
12 Rio Vista kind of far, man. That's kind of out there.
It's the Sacramento River passing right through.
I understand. You're right. You're right. Man, I've driven those side roads plenty of times, baby.
All right, Mark. Appreciate the call. I told you the other day, Jay, yesterday, I was told, watch out for the next 3 to 6 months. Some big things going to be happening industry-wise in Sacramento. In Sacramento.
Industry meaning corporate, meaning
expansion, growth.
Okay.
I can't say if it's a new business or it could be a new building. It could be, but I was talking to somebody and I was like, man.
Well, let me get a job.
No, right. I'm like, how do we grow? And they said, just wait.
Just wait.
Just watch. Some Things are happening behind the scenes.
But it's happening, isn't it? I mean,
I don't know if this is it or
right.
you know what I mean?
So can you imagine Sacramento, 2 brand new stadiums in a matter of 5 years? One over at Cal Expo, and then you got the fair pumping next to it.
Yeah. And
then you literally, like, we talked about it coming into this season, this baseball season, Drapes. At the end of basketball, there was a Sunday game, right? The Kings played and the A's played the Mets.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it was perfect. Like, you could walk from one stadium to one arena to the stadium to the arena, you know. Could you imagine? Because the Republic play all the way to October. So right now,
year-round sports.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Think about that. You could be down at the rail yards, catch a quick A's day game, and then jump right over, walk across the bridge, as I'm pretty sure they're going to probably add something over there to get across even probably more from one side from West Sac to Sacramento, YOLO to Sacramento County. It'd be interesting. You go from a day game and then you go over to the Republic, who tend to play at night pretty much. And some of their games start at 8:00.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the Rio Vista, that's super deep, but I believe that's Sacramento County still.
So somebody buying up all kinds of acres out there?
Yeah, I've heard some Bay Area. Pops is in the real estate.
Okay.
So he keep his eye on it. So he throw it my way here and there. But that's a little far.
Yeah,
that's a little far. Yeah. The drawbridge coming up and, man, shouts out to the Crawdad Festival at IO10 and all that good jazz. But I know somebody talked about yesterday. I gave shouts out to Clarksburg. Yeah, that's my grandmother grew up in Clarksburg. Right. City of Freeport.
That's good, man. I don't even know where those places are, Jay.
Man, growing up
out there,
South Sacramento, man, I would literally ride up Meadowview, and I-5 was pretty much is the cutoff. If you over in Meadowview or in the neighborhood, you go over the freeway, that's Pocket, the Pocket area, right? You jump over the other side, that's Meadowview. Freeport is the first street on the east side of I-5.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's Freeport. So where now as of late, I guess, Consumnes is an exit off of I-5. When I was growing up, and pretty much I feel like the last 6-7 years they built it. My years could be off, but that didn't where the water tower is. No, that was not an exit off the freeway for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Johnny come lately. That's 5 years ago or so. But it right there, if you go down, and where was that, Barley Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
Is that Barley Kavanaugh right there? Yeah, that's Barley Kavanaugh. Like kind of right over there. That's Freeport, the city of Freeport, kind of in that area where the water tower is.
916-339-1140, talking about the growth of Sacramento. I also do want to get back to the Kings conversation as well. Shout out to Keegan Murray celebrating his 25th birthday today. Young Keegs. What do you think Keegs doing for his birthday? How does Keegan Murray get turned up?
Hopefully traveling.
But he ain't in like no Vegas. He ain't turning up like that.
Keegan touched me as the type of dude to go and relax.
The beach somewhere.
The Maldives.
Right.
He seemed like he liked to, Yeah. I don't even know if Keegan drinks, but he's the type of dude, he might get a little mocktail and, put the feet up.
Ain't nothing wrong with mocktail.
No,
that's my jam.
I know it is, man. Every time we go everywhere. See, the one thing about it is it's a serious topic, and so you don't play with that, right? Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. I don't. Mocktails go crazy if that's what you love. Absolutely. I'd be like, Drapes, you want the Coke, baby? The Diet Coke?
Got to get the Diet, Jay.
Always get the Diet Coke, man.
Let me tell you, just share a little story about that. Because I used to be a drinker, right? You drink alcohol. Heavy drinker, too. More socially, though. Never at the crib. Never at home. But when I went out, your boy went out. I was out. Walk in, order a couple of shots of kamikaze. Like, I was one of them dudes. And then I decided to stop drinking. And it was hard at first. And I'm over in Ireland.
Damn.
Yeah, I went to Ireland.
Was this off season?
off-season.
This is the before the season starts trip.
Before this September.
Right.
Before the season starts.
Man, how was Ireland?
It was great.
Really?
It was fantastic. Went to Dublin International City. I'll tell you about it. It was fantastic. But I went with this guy, and he's a drinker. He wants to go to all the pubs and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, but I don't drink.
It's all right, baby.
So I went to, I had a meet and greet with Celtics fans, Boston Celtics fans.
In Ireland?
In Ireland. Yeah.
What?
Who
lined this up?
Some dude that lived in Ireland reached out and was like, hey, man, you want to do a meet and greet with your fans out
Really?
here? There's like 40 fans showed up.
Come on, bro. That's pretty cool.
So we went to a bar in Ireland, and I got there early because I'm not drinking, right? I'm still fresh with it. And I go to the bartender, and I'm like, hey, man, what do people who don't drink order at a bar? Because I had never, I was always ordering drinks. And he said, well, you could do the soda, you could do, this. He said, or you could try non-alcoholic beer.
Right.
I've never
Some
been a
old
beer
dudes?
drinker. Yeah, some old dudes, some Becks or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've never been a beer drinker, Jay.
I got you.
But I said, all right, let me try it. So I took the non-alcoholic beer, and it changed my life.
Wow.
Because I had something in my hand that looked like alcohol.
Right.
So psychologically, it made me at ease. It made me feel more comfortable.
Wow.
Like, it was like, oh, he's normal. He's just drinking a beer. But really, it wasn't. And I don't like beer. Didn't like it. But psychologically, it put me at ease.
That's pretty cool, man.
Right? And so without that experience, who knows? And so then I get back to the States, and I'm hearing about mocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like, all right, let me try this. And sure enough, got the mocktail in the hand, got the virgin mojito, if you will, and it looks like a drink.
Right.
So psychologically, it helped my anxiety out, soothed me.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what you should do?
What?
Because people like this, so I know we got a break.
Yeah.
You should get like the Kings do it outside the locker room, their digital team, media team or something. And I think I've told you the story about my boy who is the official podcast host for the Lakers.
No.
And his social network, and he blew up. That's how he became the the official podcast host for the Lakers, because he would travel with the team and he would just post a menu. On flight menu, and people loved it.
People love that.
Crazy, man. Like, oh man, y'all got nachos today, man. You can, or you eating a steak, or you eating a BLT. Like, people went crazy. Or he would go and this, Drapes, they got the basket with the cookies and the all of the stacks and stuff, and he'd take a picture, and people blew up. Some kind of way, man. You got to do that this season. You got to intermingle that into.
I'm gonna do that.
Like, you can't be outside the locker room like the digital team, but you got to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because people like to see people of interests on the ground level.
You're right. Even if, as we get to break here, even if here's the menu, what should I have today?
Yeah.
On this flight?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
People care.
Let people pick that. Oh, Drapes, you should have the Cobb salad with the,
mocktail.
Somebody said, would love to hear why you stopped drinking. Call me Drake, but Drapes, been kicking around the idea myself from the 209. I'll tell you about it coming up next. Here's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Light winds Tuesday night, but a comfortable start Wednesday with valley temperatures in the upper 50s. The afternoon will be hot, upper 90s to around 100. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they
fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details. Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Toyota's national sales event is on, with great deals happening now through Labor Day, like on the rugged, versatile 2025 Tacoma, or score low 1.99% APR on the 2025 Tundra, built to haul, tow, and handle your to-do list. And don't miss the all-new 2025 4Runner, fearless on the trail and in traffic. Hurry in for Toyota's national sales event before these deals are gone for good. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 9/2/25.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than 500 baseball since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
There's always more Kings talk to discuss.
And we've got you covered. It's the Drive Guys.
Sacktown Sports 1140 to Drive, guys. Final half hour. Drapes and Jay, another 25 minutes or so. 916-339-1140. Open phone lines right now. Been talking about Zach LaVine and why he's a top 5 talent, in my opinion, in Sacramento Kings over the last 19 years or so. I still don't get why fans want to trade him. We could dive into that. Also been talking about expansion growth here in the city of Sacramento with the Republic FC groundbreaking yesterday. Sac State looking to build a new football stadium. We had the mayor, Kevin McCarty, on. And if you want to see that full conversation, we got that up on YouTube as well. Check that out. 916-339-1140. Somebody asked on the text line, Jay. And you know me, I don't mind getting personal, big fella.
Sure.
You know, I'm going to write a book, and I'm going on this 2-week vacation. And I'm starting the book.
No, are you just talking or are you being for real?
Nah, I'm being for real, dude.
Okay.
Somebody sent me a...
So what's up, man?
Somebody sent me, because I don't know where to start.
Got you.
Like, where do I start?
A synopsis of where to start a book.
Yeah, where to start. And someone sent me sort of... she had written 4 books. And she said, this is how you start.
Man, my aunt's an author.
Really?
Yeah, man, I'm going to connect you with her.
Outline your vision, create a chapter framework, schedule dedicated writing time, and capture stories and ideas as they come. And you know me, I got tons of stories. So I answered a question from the 209. Would love to hear why you stopped drinking, Drapes. Been kicking around the idea myself. I used to travel with the Boston Celtics, go all over to the games. Ireland, exactly, Ireland. And I would use alcohol as a way to quell my anxiety. I had social anxiety. So when I walked into a bar, I had that anxiety. And the anxiety was, man, everybody's looking at me. Everybody's judging. And so when I walked into a bar, this used to be my routine, Jay. Go straight to the bar. Let me get 2 kamikaze shots. Soon as I walk in, bang, bang, just to get there. Or you do some pre-gaming,
sure,
on the drive over. And so then one day I was in therapy, went to go see the doctor, took my A1C levels, and they're like, you're borderline diabetic. And I'm like, oh, man, got to live a healthier lifestyle. But then I was on the road with the Celtics. This is 2017, and I pulled up their schedule. This was our road trip, Jay. And I'm from Boston at the time. At the Lakers.
Okay.
Party City.
Yep.
At Phoenix.
Yep.
Back to the Clippers.
Yep.
And then Denver.
Okay.
Oh, no, excuse me. Golden State and then Denver. So a 5-game.
Oh, you all good cities. All places to be. All good nightlife.
So I went hard. I'm talking up till 4 or 5 in the morning. And this will be in the book when I write it. This will all be in the book. I ain't going to give you all the whole story.
What part of the season was this?
This is in March.
Oh, so tail end.
Tail end. Still cold in Boston. So I'm out here in L.A.
Come on now, put your shorts on, baby.
Exactly. So I'm in L.A. turning up. Phoenix turning up. Clippers, Golden State, Denver. And a series of events happened on this road trip that I haven't told many people. It'll be in the book.
Right.
It'll be in the book. And I came back from that road trip, borderline diabetic, and had 3 or 4 incidents happen. And I said to myself, Kyle, if you don't stop or slow down, you going to end up in some trouble. DUI, arrest, whatever it may be.
Yeah, something.
But I'm like, because this was 5 cities, Jay, in 7 nights.
Ooh,
so we was hitting it hard every night.
Gracious.
And I was what they called a functioning alcoholic. You wouldn't know when I was at work.
Right.
That I was up till 4 a.m.
Calling the game, pre and post, radio, and you just up at 5.
Up at 5. And I had figured out a way to recover from the night before. Take the Tylenol, do
that liquid hydration, that EV.
Yeah, IV.
That IV. Right?
And so I said to myself, I got to stop. And I'm in therapy at the time. And my therapist was like, Kyle, don't look at it like you're never drinking again. Just look at it like you're not drinking on this day. So one day became 2 days, became a week, became 2 months, became 6 months. And then you're like, I can't let my streak in.
Gotcha.
I can't stop it. But as I'm trying to navigate not drinking, Jay, I go to NABJ.
Yep.
National Association of Black Journalists in Miami.
Ooh. It's okay. Mocktail, baby.
I'm struggling though, big fella. I'm struggling. I didn't drink, but I'm struggling with my where I fit in, if you will, because I'm used to the alcohol.
Sure.
I used to be the guy that people look to get turned up.
Got you.
I used to hate hanging out with sober people. You want to know why?
Wow.
I don't know if I ever told you this. And no offense to you, Ramsey. I know you're but I used to hate hanging out with sober people because they would always remember what happened the next day.
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want no stories. I don't want people, remember last night you did? No, whatever happened last night stays in last night. But then I became that sober person. And I'm like, damn, do people want to hang out with me? So NABJ's in Miami. Then I went to New Orleans for something else with some coworkers. And I'm hanging out with this guy on Bourbon Street. I'm not drinking. We up in the bar, and this will be in the book. This will come out soon. Maybe in the next 2 to 3, 5 years. And we're chopping it up with some girls at the time, just friendly chatter. And he's like, man, I got to come to New Orleans with the only dude that don't drink. And I'm feeling like, damn, how do I fit in? Where's my place? Needless to say, I didn't hang out with that guy again.
Right.
And so to the 209, been kicking around the idea myself. He says, it's hard, man, because the people I thought were friends were really just drinking buddies. And so I still, Jay, struggle with it to this day, fitting in and finding my place. And a lot of times I think, damn, if I could just have a drink, I'd be smooth and wouldn't have that anxiety, big fella. So that's why I stopped drinking. A series of unfortunate events that you'll have to wait for the book to come out to understand.
Well, I first of all, I applaud you big time because it, through what you're talking about and because of the profession that we're in when it comes to sports, and it's readily available
easily.
We talk about the menus and all that type of stuff, for players, it is readily available. As someone, said, that streak's going to end if the Kings win the championship. Laugh out loud from the 209.
Give me the sparkling cider, big fella. Give me the sparkling cider.
The Martinelli's.
Right.
But it is something that I applaud you for, Ben, because it is something that you have accomplished. And I'll say it, and as you said, it's an everyday struggle, but you're working on 8 years now, right?
Yeah, 8.5.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like that is a extended period of time. And it just shows that if you stick to it, the determination of who you are, you can get through anything big time. Life is it's a cold game out in these streets right now. And so and it always has been. It ain't never not been, because everybody is completely different and they're dealt a different hand. But I appreciate the fact that you share your inner workings, share your story. It is something that has been written upon last year. Was The Athletic?
Yeah, our boy Jason Jones.
That's right. Yeah, it was Athletic who did a piece on it last year. So it's not only, as someone said, man, sending love to your brother Drapes, you're touching souls right now. It's all about, extending what you're doing and really sending off the radiation to everybody else, man. So it's dope. It's super dope, man. I applaud you, brother. That's why I say I always take it. We're somewhere. Hey, man, hey, look, I'm gonna do me, but Drapes be like, brother, give me that Diet Coke.
Right.
Absolute matter of fact, I'm gonna get you the 2 liter.
Right. Give me make it a double. And
absolutely.
And Wayne says, do you take calls? Yeah, we always take calls. 916-339-1140. And I tell people too, because, and we'll continue this conversation, I tell people, don't worry about me.
That's
me and
right.
Jay been hanging. You do you. Enjoy yourself.
That's right.
I'd rather you party it, do you, and I'll be fine.
And vice versa.
Right. Exactly.
Vice versa. Right. The great part about it, and someone said it earlier, in reality, all of this is entertainment. Sports, television, radio. But what you're talking about is real life.
Right.
And so, absolutely, you're 100% right. Do you? Do you, Drake. Continue to do you, man.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it, listeners. Final segment of the Drive Guys coming up, 916-339-1140. We're bouncing back here as Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Allen Styles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around it. Who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Outgrove Honda.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Light winds Tuesday night, but a comfortable start Wednesday with valley temperatures in the upper 50s. The afternoon will be hot, upper 90s to around 100. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Elk Grove Honda is proud of Honda's lineup of trucks and SUVs offering compatibility and versatility to the core. See the exciting new models at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing at $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
And we're back live during that. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper for Bell Brothers, the No Surprise Guys. Right now is the perfect time to take advantage of their massive Labor Day savings. Up to $2,500 off select heating and cooling systems. Plus, they'll throw in a free 50-gallon water heater. These deals won't last long, so call Bell Brothers, the No Surprise Guys, or visit them at nosurpriseguys.com.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Final few minutes here on the Drive Guys Sacktown Sports, 1140 Drapes and Jay. Appreciate everybody listening in today, hanging with us on this Tuesday afternoon. Jay, just got a text from my baby girl, young Quinn. She trying out for the volleyball team.
Okay.
Big fella.
What's wrong with that?
She got cut today.
Man.
She got cut.
Boy, sports will treat you wrong sometimes, man.
How you feeling about that? I said. She said, I'm kind of sad. Most of her friends made it.
Damn.
But I'll keep it real with you.
Got to get in the lab, man.
Got to get in the lab.
Yeah.
And we know our kids. Damn. We know our kids' strengths and our kids' weaknesses.
For sure.
It was a long shot for her to make it.
Okay.
But the fact that she still tried out.
Yep.
Gave her some love. Gave her some love.
What's up.
That's what I love about her. Like last year, track and field.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't no track athlete, but she did it anyway.
Try it.
Volleyball. She ain't no, we hit in the backyard, and I ain't gonna tell her this, but she ain't no Karch Karai or nothing like that. You know what I mean? No offense, but she still tried, and so I'm super proud of her. 916-339-1140. Let's get to the phone lines. Mike, you're on line 2 with Drapes and Jay. What's up, Mike?
What's happening, guys? Hey, great job, Drapes, on 8.5 years. That's awesome.
Thank you, my guy. Thank you.
Second of all, hey, if you haven't been to Freeport, you got to go down there. There's a beautiful 18-hole links golf course down there, Barkley Kavanaugh, one of the nicest courses in Sacramento. You'd love it. And then when you leave
played
there,
that a couple of times. I played that one.
Oh, yeah. So you've been in Freeport.
Yeah, I've been out there. So I just don't know the name of the area. Yeah.
Where you were.
Right.
Yeah, that's a nice golf course out there. Then you got to try the Freeport Bar and Grill right there. They got great seats. They got the best shrimp cocktails around.
Really?
Right there. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then you go through the California Delta out there, Sacramento Delta. There's all sorts of nice restaurants and things to do out there.
All right, I got to check that out. And isn't there like a brunch spot or something? Is that what he was talking about? Like right down the street. I feel like I saw people like almost in line.
Probably
out
man.
there at the restaurant.
There's
out
so
there.
many new things. I feel like every single week something new popping up. Drapes. There's always something popping up, man. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the brunch spot in the city of Freeport.
Man, couple things I want to do, Jay. We're going to talk off camera, off air about this. I want to do a Mental Health Monday segment.
Okay.
Especially if we got DeMar back and everything. Because I think that's, I know Val, our boss, says we're a sports talk radio show. But we're also public servants. We serve the public too. And I think from our standpoint, the more people get to know us and what we struggle with and deal with, the better our show can be. Because now you get to know us as people, not just as talking heads on the radio.
Talking about
what I mean?
Sports. Yeah.
And then also we need like a restaurant of the week.
Oh, come on.
Something like that.
You know what time it is.
We got to do something where we try out a new restaurant each week.
Say no more with that.
Yeah, y'all submit, tell us, whether it's DoorDash, in person, whatever. We could do that.
Man, I was going to say this real quick. This from Anthony, man, who rocks with us. He's from Lincoln.
Okay.
And he wanted to put this in there. Being from Lincoln, I didn't feel like I was a suburb of Sacramento until I moved back from San Francisco. So many grew up, then I think he went to college, came back. Growing up, this was agriculture and retirement. Now the new development guys all work in Sacramento. I guess I do too, but it feels weird that the majority are commuters. Suburb, man.
Well, that's
Lincoln.
The thing. It stretches out, man. Ain't no fields like it used to be as much. And you got new construction, fitment, and all that out there.
Dude, we got you couldn't have told me we had a casino sitting in the middle of Sacramento.
Right.
Not a small one, but a big one. Like that's bananas.
Hey, we back tomorrow on the Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140. We got the high flyer, Henry Turner, going to be up here in the building. He'll be with us Wednesday and Thursday. Also, Jay been working hard lining up some guests. Can I tell him that Ralph Sampson is coming on?
Hall of Famer Ralph Sampson in the building.
Ralph Sampson will be on at 3 o'clock with us. And then local hip-hop artist Hayla V, somebody you need to know. She's going to be joining us as well. 3 o'clock, Ralph Sampson. 5 o'clock, Hayla V. We're back on at 2 o'clock. For Jay, I'm Drape. Shout out to Ramsey, been hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 on The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe.